Alrighty guys, good evening, happy fucking Monday, hope you guys are having a wonderful evening so far. Good evening, I am Robert and Richard, hope you guys are having a wonderful evening so far. Tonight guys, we're going to be doing more of the Helldivers 2, yep, just continuing with status quo. We're so close to the war bond, it's not even worth switching off to something else. I bided my time away, so might as well just keep going with it on later than usual. That's just the way it goes. Had work and stuff to do today, and as such, we started late. Yeah, that'll happen. Coffee's brewing. We're gonna get into the podcast here, guys, and see where that goes. Good evening. Good. Happy Monday, guys. Did some bugs and bot games yesterday. Bugs are pretty good. We seem to keep getting, I'm pretty sure we're getting stream sniped. I thought it was originally like Joel, but like aka anyone from Arrowhead, but it actually just kind of seems like we're getting stream sniped. So we're probably going to continue on with just joining other people's games. Maybe, well, if I need to, may host my own game, but I'm going to try to avoid that, I think, from now on. For the longest time, I did that, and then as basically, it seems like as kind of the number of streamers have died out for Helldivers 2, we're getting more and more basically like SEAL Team 6 that's getting into my games, which is making it kind of, well, very boring. Putting aside whether or not they're cheating or not, I have no idea, but it just makes the game, it's very, very easy and very, very boring. As such, so it's not worth my time playing this game if it's just easy mode. And we've been into cheat lobbies, like we've queued into cheat lobbies before, where literally there's nothing happening, and all that's being all the escorts or the patrols. All the patrols are like really, really low level units, like just basic units, and it's very boring, very, very boring. Also, I can't save anyone, so. You know, that and having people follow me around is very annoying. As it turns out, it is extremely annoying having people just constantly follow me around. Yeah, like just like holding my hand and just you don't need to hold my hand. Like I get it. I'm pretty sure when I play League of Legends, guys, we're gonna have a shitload of stream snipers, but as everyone does that plays that game, and we've had them in other games, but all that means is we're gonna end up playing with delay. I'd rather not put a delay on a PvE game, but you know. Fucking hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Doesn't take much, by the way. When you put on a delay, you don't need to put on a 5-minute delay. There's a misconception with delays that you have to add a shitload of time to make it useful, and that's not true. I learned that over a decade ago when I played PlanetSide 2. It does not take much at all to really fuck with people that are using it for information or to fuck with you. And the reverse is true. I've had people, like back when I did with PlanetSide 2, I had people get really, really, really pissed off that there's a delay. Just like kind of like irrationally pissed off for no apparent reason that there's a delay on my stream once they basically died once weird individuals died a handful of times, all of a sudden they got really kind of angry about it. Yeah, like some unrelated individual in chat got very angry about it. Yep. Learned that over a decade ago, guys. Yeah. It's one of the reasons I also can't ever go back to PlanetSide 2, and I don't think most people can stream that game, mainly because it's all just stream snipers. And cheaters. A lot of people cheat at the game. Yeah. Apparently it's even worse according to Slane now. Well, according to Slane and who else plays it? Ooze? There's a couple people that still watch from PlanetSide 2 days. How's the Galaxy go, guys? But, yep, that'll happen. Anyways, get into the podcast here, guys, see what's going on the Reddits before we play the Gamaz. May do some tubes. We'll see how it's going. Last night, I mean, I thought that I wasn't going to talk about anything, and then like last night I ended up getting stuck on some topic matter. It's always good. Always good when there's stuff to talk about, but there isn't always stuff to talk about, so I don't always talk about stuff. My flapper, because I'm not a good streamer, guys, my flapper does not always work no matter what's happening around me. I can't just make words out of nothing. It doesn't, like, I have to talk about stuff. I can't make the words just magically appear. That's also why I'd be a horrible, absolutely fucking horrible announcer. Also, I think about what I say too much, and it causes me to, like, slow down my cadence or whatever I'm saying and just think about things for a little bit. Why is the live stream upside down? That's because you found my mobile live stream. If you click on the username, on my username on YouTube, and then you, good evening Marvel by the way, and you click on my profile, there should be 2 videos there. One should be the normal landscape, and the other should be a portrait, which is for mobile users. So if you're not on mobile, don't worry about it. For some reason, Facebook recommended you my mobile stream instead of my my normal stream. So just click on my profile. You can find the normal one. Most people watch the normal stream, but you can watch whatever. If you want to watch the landscape with everything turned sideways on a normal monitor, you can, you know? I'm leaving options. There's options there for everyone. What kind of options do you want? What kind of options are you looking for? Yeah. Gotta have options. Good shit, guys. Okay. I got coffee brewing. I'm going to go grab that. I have to drink decaf now because it's so late already, and I don't want to slip back into being a fucking, like, morning streamer. That was horrifying. Like a late morning streamer. There was literally nothing happening at, like, 8 in the morning. Nothing at all. Besides that one. Better? Good. Test, 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 test. I don't know what's going on. NVIDIA Broadcast for some reason just cuts out my mic. I'm not exact. I thought I fixed that. It looks like it's back now. That's not what we want to see, guys. Mainly because microphone source changed. It was not. Good question is why that happens, guys. I have no idea. It is very annoying. Yeah. Mainly because I don't always notice. It's good you guys mentioned that. Sometimes it just like, it'll be like 20 minutes before anyone says anything or before I notice. It's just like, you know, aha! And they sit there and giggle to themselves while basically I sit here and talk to myself and nothing happens. I don't know what's causing it. I still don't. I thought I fixed it. And I thought I fixed it, and I guess I did not. Either that or something else. I don't know. That's really fucking weird. No. Either way, what was I saying? Fallout? Yeah. I'm messing with stuff right now in the background. Either way, Fallout was pretty good. I watched it a couple months ago. Of all the shows, I mean, it could have been a lot worse than it actually was. There's a little bit of a narrative or agenda going on there, but considering all the other stuff that's out right now, they could have done a lot worse. I think my only real big criticism at the time of the show was pretty good. I think the only real criticisms at the time was basically all the guys are idiots or evil. Idiots, submissive, or evil. Yeah, that basically sums it up, so. Yeah. Got him. But otherwise, it was pretty good. I liked it. I'll watch shows even if they feel like they're perpetuating something simply because there isn't really any media right now you can watch that just doesn't have a narrative or an angle to it. So it's kind of got to go with it. Fortunately, it's just the way it is. Yeah, I have no idea what's doing that. I wonder if my power supply is going for my my mixer. I think my mixer's dropping out and it's causing... I think it has a special power plug too. That's not good. I think my mixer's dropping out and it's causing it to refresh the device on my server. I don't know. Either way, could be a lot worse, guys. Fallout's still pretty decent. It's one of the better shows to come out this year. Main character actually and growth too. It wasn't just a Mary Sue. Pretty good actor as well. Mainly the star of the show was obviously what's his name, the evil guy. Zombie. I mean, they aren't called zombies. Ghoul. The Ghoul. Was he just called the Ghoul? Either way, very good. Threw off my whole shtick, guys. When you sit here and like you talk to yourself and your mic's not on, you gotta think about all the stuff that you said, and then you gotta relive the thought process that you just went through, and then redo the thought process. Make sure everyone heard the thought process you just went through, and either way, good. We're gonna take a look at the Reddits here tonight, guys. See where things are going. See what the kids are bitching about. Obviously play some Gamaz. Okay. But yeah, there's two different feeds on YouTube. If you get my sideways one or the portrait mode, that's for mobile users, so you can just turn off landscape and turn your phone sideways. It's pretty nice. Some people enjoy that. Let's see. So what's going on the Reddits, guys? We're a couple days away from Warbond for the game, and might as well just stick to it because I've done it forever, anyways. Or like we're sunk cost. This is sunk cost, guys. We just got to keep going with it. Got kicked for using orbital gas and bots. Yeah, people are dumb. We talked yesterday about how Reddit recommends the railgun, and then we went and used the railgun. It was a disaster. We played one mission against bots. I've already used the railgun since it got buffed, by the way. We had to play one mission against bots because everyone on Reddit said the railgun is phenomenal. And we talked about why the railgun is not phenomenal for multiple different reasons. But Reddit was saying how good it is, how great it is. They were clapping their hands yesterday. There was a highly voted thread where they're talking about how good the railgun is now that it's free. Everyone in there was like, oh my god, I'm going to use the railgun now that it's free. This is so good. It frees up an extra slot for me. I can't wait to use it, and yeah, if you play on fucking Helldive, guys, you literally, there is a narrow band between where you have to fire at like 95% charge. This includes overcharge, by the way. Up to 0 to, my scale for full charge is 0 to explode, right? So it obviously includes unsafe. In order to get the original pen of the railgun, you have to go from 0 to 95-ish. To get right around there, to get the same pen as the old railgun, you have to get that right up in there, right? But in order to do that, the charge time from 0 to safe 100% charge was about a second. The charge from safe to explode is about 2 seconds. So you go from 0 to safe to explode, and it takes like 3 whole seconds, whereas it used to take 1 second, and now it takes 2.5 seconds. While this is happening, you're getting your salad tossed because bots are fucking shooting you all over the place. You're getting thrown around in the air. You have to make this clutch shot on a bot that's bobbing around constantly and hit the eyeball in this small little fractional amount of time, and then the rail can also explode and kill you. Well, depending on what armor you're using, the railgun can explode and kill you. So yeah, it's kind of one of these things where maybe, just maybe, it's not in a good place. As we talked about before, I think the best way of solving it is not to obviously just revert it to what it originally was when the game launched, because I think it was OP at that point, but if you make it 0 to 80, which gives you the full charge, and then the 20% after that is buffer. So 0 to 100 would be explode. So 0 to 80 is when you can fire it, and then make the railgun charge twice as fast would solve a lot of the issues that it's having right now. It's having basically a twofold issue. One is the timing, which is absurd. You need a little bit of a wiggle room in there before it explodes so you can actually try to make clutch shots with it, right? And the other one is the charge time, because you have to be able to get your shots off very fast. You have to be able to do maneuvers with it, and you can't do that with the current railgun. But the railgun as it is right now, it sucks. There's too many checkboxes you have to hit to make it work properly, and you can't do that when fighting against bots. Against bugs, it's basically completely pointless. The DPS on it, so the refire rate, which we're talking about the charge time, the refire rate to get the pen is absurdly slow. There's no reason to use it against bugs. Against bots, maybe, and then, of course, it doesn't do shit against the fucking... it doesn't do shit against the gunships, which, while the gunships are shooting you and you're trying to get in that little tiny little slit in there, you gotta get in that little tiny hash, they're tossing your salad with missiles, and it doesn't obviously work. So, once again, like last night, it kind of was one of these things where people, I think, thought that I was singling out people in chat. I wasn't trying to do that. That was a Reddit thing yesterday. We cover the Reddits because Reddits is very... We talked about before how social media and influencers very much influence. They very much influence meta in games. It's just the way it is nowadays. And you'll see something pop up on Reddit, and then later in the night, you'll see people like doing stuff from the Reddit thread. Like they weren't even touching shit before, and then all of a sudden they're doing the thing on Reddit. Because it's where they get their news. It's where they learn about stuff. It's where, like, everyone gets together and bitches about Sony while shitting all over Arrowhead, because they think Arrowhead is the one causing the disaster. And then everyone still remembers the stand against Arrowhead against Big Sony. While trying to have fun playing a game that they now hate. Hilarious. Anyways, I believe the Warbond is... So, June 13th... Is I wrong? I heard on someone streaming it was... No, it is on Thursday. Why did I think it was on Wednesday? No, they never release patches on Wednesday. I misread, guys. I think yesterday I said it was on Wednesday, but it's on Thursday. It would be really weird if it was on Wednesday. If you're only going to have one patch, maybe Wednesday's a great day for a patch, though. Just saying, because then you have 2 days to clean up the shitstorm after the patch. Thursday is a good time for patch if you have a, you know, if you're going to patch on twice in a week. Or maybe just go Tuesday like every other game company does and just patch it on Tuesday. I mean, that's the best way of doing it. Just do it on Tuesday after everyone has their morning Joe. Yeah. I thought there was going to be 2 patches this week, though. I thought there was going to be the Mega Balance patch, and then Warbond would be, like, they're releasing, like, a 2-cycle to avoid shitting all over everything, but I guess we're just getting everything all at once, so that's sometime this week. Anyway, Wazat was liberated. Yeah, someone was concerned in chat yesterday that it wasn't going to get liberated. It was definitely going to get liberated. Yeah, it was 100% going to get liberated, guys. There wasn't... that was going to happen. You don't say. You don't fucking say, guys. Surprise! I guess we got tank mines now or something? You unlocked a core memory in me. No, it's not a core memory. It's literally a meme. Your soul involves memes. Although I'm pretty sure everyone can hear that. It is a commercial that is burrowed into your mind. I hope that's not a core memory. Yeah, liberate Misa, Ymir, and the sector will be 100% free. Not that it really matters. Bots can arrive wherever they want, whenever they want, and it doesn't really matter at all because there's no mechanics behind them because this isn't real life. There's no military. There's no military strength backing it. It's a video game. Either way. Like, it just, everything here, the percentages in the planets, if they want you to get to the planet, they'll make sure you get the planet. If they want to make it difficult and maybe you fail, they'll do that. If they want you to fail, you're not getting the planet at all. It's a Game Master. I learned really early on, I had a dick for a Game Master playing D&D when I was younger. It was one of my friends. It was actually a really close friend, and for some strange reason, he was not playing ball with me at all. Like, he wouldn't... If you get a GM that's kind of hostile to you, there's no way you can win. There is absolutely no way you can win because they're literally playing God, right? So, I mean, the worst GMs will literally play God and just fuck you over because they can, right? Yeah, I learned that very early on. Like, it was a life lesson. You just, yeah, hey, look, like, you know, like trying to do different things to work around what he's saying, and he just won't let you do anything. And you're like, okay. Like, all right, do you want to play the game for me? You can. I mean... You're gonna turn on God mode, you can just play the game for me, and I'll just sit here and roll dice. That's fine by me. Fucking weird. But it's basically the same thing. It's a narrative. It's a narrative event, and as such, whether or not we get it or not, it's gonna be, you know, up to Joel, aka Arrowhead. Let's see. Got used for using orbital gas and bots. It does do work against bots. There's no reason to kick someone. But that's, they must be getting their information from social media. Patch social post is posted. No patch notes. You probably know, so we slow their cadence of patches there. I talked about this similar to our future approach of war bonds. This is so we can dedicate more time to patch, reduce the pressure on our teams. They're digging into feedback and deliver more high-quality patches. Remains to be seen. This is all mystery box, guys, until shit launches. Whether or not this extra 3 weeks of time meant anything will really be up to what is actually released. So, and in the past, we've seen that their done state, or what they consider launch-worthy, isn't even when they have time, isn't necessarily where it's supposed to be. So, as I mentioned before, I wasn't actually against them launching stuff and having it being broken or semi-broken. Reason for that being is because oftentimes things are an iterative process when it comes to programming, especially with the live service, meaning they have to constantly update stuff and change it around either the meta that's going on, how people react or interact with it, and maybe unforeseen interactions that they didn't think of, right? You can't think of everything. And sometimes even if taking time to think of everything doesn't mean your product at the end of the day is going to even be that great, right? Just because you thought of everything doesn't mean what you're launching is even good. AKA the cluster launcher, which we talked about yesterday as well. The cluster launcher. Yeah, which doesn't do shit. Best case scenario for the cluster launcher was Meridia. And I watched like 3 people, I think over the course of the entire weekend where I played Meridia and played the stuffing out of it, I watched 3 people use the cluster launcher, and all 3 of them occasionally got one into a swarm, and it did basically nothing. And then all 3 of them definitely have died, and I watched them explode because something got too close to them while they're shooting. Something goes over here, they're shooting over here, gets too close, it explodes, and just kills it. Because the proxy radius is still too big on it, which we've talked about. Yeah. Anyways, we're very aware that we're going from quick, small patches to slower, bigger patches. Well, they said quality over quantity, so it doesn't necessarily mean they're making one big patch as much as making a quality small patch. But we don't know. It's a mystery box. What is actually going to pop out on Thursday? Who knows? Who knows what's going to be in the mystery box, right? It said 100 bug fixes and changes, but as we mentioned yesterday, once again, Overwatch has, every patch has a boatload of bug fixes. Do you care about almost any of them? No, but a lot of games have bugs that need to be fixed, and it's just the way it goes. There's always going to be bugs that need to be fixed. So, 100 changes and bug fixes just because you have a commit on GitHub doesn't really mean that it's changing anything meaningful, but who knows? Well, we think the next patch is strong. Oh, they said they put words here. Uh-oh. Oh my god, this is committal. This is committal. Remember when, was it Alexis? Yeah. Remember when Alexis said that the autocannon was a good example of balancing and now they can't change it at all? Yeah. Uh-oh. The patch is strong with lots of bug fixes and requested features. We'll definitely not resting on our laurels or being complacent. That's good. We'll see, though. I will continue delivering patches. Too bad they didn't hire me. I could have fixed all the game balance already. I would have been done with that. Maybe I could have literally been on it as an agent, you know, for 2 months and fixed all the balancing issues, and then I could have sailed off into the sunset. But you know, I guess we'll continue delivering patches and content that squash bugs and evolve the game, and most importantly, evolve the game with you, with our players and community. Aww, giving you a hand job while you're reading this. That gets upvotes right there, by the way. Good for them. By the way, this is what CSRs are supposed to do. They give you hand jobs. People like this shit. It has nothing to do with, you know, it even mattering. It's just people like getting hand jobs. You're giving... Oh, you care about the stuff that I say it's going to be in the game? Is the Ruptor going to be unnerved? Wow, I can't play without the Ruptor. Unnerf the Ruptor, Arrowhead, please. Please, there's no reason the Ruptor got nerfed in the first place. There was 100% reason for the Ruptor to get nerfed. There's no reason for the Ruptor to get nerfed. Arrowhead, please. I can't play without my Ruptor, please. It's funny, like every single time the patch notes pop up, there's someone saying the Ruptor was unfairly nerfed, and there's a lot of people that are going, yeah, it was, what Arrowhead did was terrible, fucking terrible. You know, like, actually serious. Just, yeah, no, the Ruptor was insanely broken. Yeah, you just shoot at the ground. You don't need to shoot units, guys. You use like a grenade launcher, only it doesn't have like an arc or really travel time or really anything to it, and it has armor pen and a lot of good things. That was a primary, by the way. A lot of good things going for it. We sincerely thank you for your patience and support as we made this adjustment. Okay, well, proof is in the pudding is what it comes down to, guys. Who is this? Who are you? Enhance. A bald old guy. He didn't even cover up his picture. Or he just wanted to show it off. Barrels, that's a word I haven't read in a while. Must be the guy writing the orders. I use laurels on occasion. Sitting on your haunches, your hind legs. But if you guys notice, it's one of the things I actually kind of gave not applause to, but accolades. I don't know what to call it. Positive reinforcement. The guy that writes the orders actually uses rather large language, which you generally don't find anymore. Like, he'll use complicated words. Not that you use them all the time, by the way, but throwing in your complicated words can actually make things good. I was a high school sophomore when that happened. Now I'm a locksmith. Mafau. It's actually kind of all the more reason, guys. Kids are stupid. People change a lot between like 18 and like 24. 0 to 24. There's a lot of going on there. Oh, is this the real Darth Vader? Oh my god. It's just hoping for one of those fixes for the spear. The one guy. Oh, the people that can't enjoy playing Helldivers unless the spear is fixed. They should just leave it broken. They should literally just leave a broken. They should change the icon to a broken weapon, and when you fire the spear, it goes up in the air and then it like flies and kills one of your teammates. 100%. Just change the and then add a new weapon that actually is a spear. Yeah, just change the spear to something that will just automatically do the most destructive thing possible, oftentimes killing the operator, and just leave it in the game. Just do that. At this point, I think they need to do this. Yeah. Same for the Ruptor. The Ruptor's not broken. It was missed. Oh, yeah, we just called it! I called the Ruptor fucks! I called this, guys! I missed dying to my own Eruptor shots and killing a bunch of enemies. If you're dying to your own Eruptor shots, you probably shouldn't have been using the Ruptor and you were unqualified to use it in the first place. This assumes this isn't the one guy that died to the shrapnel bouncing back and killing him. I used the Ruptor extensively when it was OP as shit to get it nerfed. And to prove, by the way, how OP and broken it was, I used it for like weeks straight. That was prior to me quitting, I think, where I just got bored. Yeah, and I don't think I've ever died once to the shrapnel blowing back and killing me. I've died where I've hit too close to myself. That kills you, but same thing with the plasma grenade launcher. I don't think I ever died to the shrapnel. I didn't even know you could die to the shrapnel. Like all the people that freaked out about the shrapnel blowing back after they added in the patch notes, even though apparently it was already in the game. Once again, they should just change. They 100% should just make the spear a weapon that kills you. Like, maybe just leave, like, a broken version of the spear on the ground somewhere that's just, like, a random, like, Easter egg you can find in the game. Like the double barrel. And if you use it, it literally just, like, flies off and to nowhere or kills your teammate or kills you. Just lose it now preemptively. I think it's better to lower your expectations and forget than to keep them high and get disappointed. Expect the worst, hope for the best, guys. That is one of my mottos for life. And you're learning. That's not just a video game thing. Yeah, I think they didn't change the date, but I think they at some point were alluding to different parts of the week until they nailed it in. People trying to suss out when they're going to have patched Tuesdays, Thursdays. Getting rid of the guns, everyone gets giant muscles and you punch the fuck out of the enemies. The fist is balanced. Yeah, no. That sounds boring. Like, we talked about how melee in the games generally is going to be pretty boring. In games, it's either too complicated or it's easy mode and boring. It's very, very difficult to balance melee and make it something that's actually kind of skill-based without making it super complicated. Where you just don't go in and hold mouse 1 like a flamethrower. Even easier than the flamethrower because you can kill yourself with the flamethrower, right? Happy for slower patches if it means it's not fucked up and untested. It's still gonna be, there's still gonna be fuck ups. It's an iterative process, guys. This is the way the world works. There's going to be bugs no matter what, and it just makes expectations even higher, but you know, we'll see. I don't, like, It's not when bugs exist, it's when they don't fix them, and you can say what you want about the spear, but apparently it's complicated to try and fix it, so they haven't been able to fix it. They fixed plenty of things in the game already. Just because the spear isn't still... There's another spear post. Just because the spear isn't completely fixed... does not mean the game's terrible. No patch notes until Thursday. I don't know why they'd release patch notes early. I know some games do this, but it's silly, because stuff can change between now and Thursday. It does it like a week before. That's the build hype. Vito thrives on toxicity of player base, though. Pre-tilting the community is integral to the game. Integral to the game. Yep. Like I said, League's a pretty good example of just making the community eat whatever shit they want. Really excited for Supers at 6. I'm slightly 7 is slightly outside my comfort zone. I mentioned this before. Putting aside, I think, you know, like, obviously people shouldn't be locked out of upgrades for their ship. It's kind of sad that it's taken them this long. I didn't know that there's people still having problems with super samples. It's kind of sad that it took them this long to get the super samples down to lower levels. And really, honestly, there should be a conversion process where you convert greens to oranges and oranges to pinks, even at a really shitty ratio, so people can still have their cake, you know? The upside playing higher missions obviously is still rewarding, but at the end of the day, people at least will be able to function better in the game and enjoy themselves. Rate didn't change. 100% spawn rate for patrols, any difficulty, any number of players. I still soloed a Diff 7 operation last night, then dropped into a Diff 3, wanted to grab some SCs and volume, seemed to be dropped into a Diff 3 solo or with people, because that will definitely change the number of units. Pretty much the same on both, the only difference being the composition of units. Multiple 12 to 15 patrols, spawning in quick succession on a 3 would be pretty rough, perhaps even excessive for a newcomer. Depends on what's in the patrols. If you get like literally like walkers and like basic units, which we see in the cheat games, the Diff 9 cheat games, that's pretty easy. That is very, very easy. Walkers, I guess, could tend to be very annoying, though. They made them very annoying, which is good, because originally they were absolute fodder. I think a lot of people's perception of difficulty have been skewed a bit with the broken patrol and spawn rates. The game is at hardest right now because of spawning 4 times as many enemies as it should at all times. What? Sources? The people saying this is only a problem less than full lobbies, which is still a problem. Like, this entire post is based off what? Bug also applies when people split up, spawning full parties of enemy amount patrol spawns for each independent person roaming, making splitting up even more dangerous than it was before. Bullshit. I literally yesterday had games where I fucking split up and got shit for spawns. Bull fucking shit. Yeah, no way. No fucking way. And then I'll occasionally bitch about how people taking the bug holes because they only spawn in one location, and I get nothing. I get absolutely nothing. I just run around the map and collect shit. Bull fucking shit. I've heard conflicting things on this point, so I'm not sure, but it would explain insane spawns at times. You made up, what do you mean conflicting things? You literally just made up a perspective. What do you mean? You just perpetuate it as a statement, and then you're saying, oh, it might be conflicting? What the fuck is that? Oh, edit? Yeah, okay. Bull fucking shit. It's very erratic. Put in mind, there are definitely cases where some planets will have a lot more units than other planets will. There's definitely mutators. I've talked about the consistency being off for the game in general. No, I don't. 4 times as many spawns on. No, I don't think so. No, maybe if you're playing solo and it's not solo, where it's 4 times as many spawns. The bug originally, well, it's not even a bug. They changed it from 18% of a full lobby to 25% of the difficulty of a full lobby. So one person gets 25% of the amount of spawns of a full lobby from 18. And then they said they changed it back to 18. This guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about. 118 points. No idea. Watching the hearsay being perpetuated in real time. I think a lot of the complaints come from people playing people feeling like they need to play at 7 or higher. No, they didn't feel entitled that they should play at 9. They're just as well balanced as the middle ones. I mean, it depends on how difficult you want things to be. That's the whole reason there's difficulties. What do you decide? This change should help the game, sure. I think people should have access to upgrades no matter your level, just maybe slower. I'm not against that at all. But beyond that, complaints from people that feel like they need to play at 7 or higher. No, I think a lot of this has to do with people feeling entitled to play on 9, and it should be easy. Oh, putting that aside, if they have access to samples at all different ranges, then I don't need to worry about this anymore, and it keeps people from nerfing Diff 9. And people still complain. By the way, this is just a convenient excuse. 100% they'll still be complaining about it. It's just the current convenient excuse people are going off of. It's like how the Sony controversy morphed from being about security for the account to think of the kids in the countries that will not have PSN access, and then it turned into at the end of the day, it turned into the countries that no longer have access to Helldivers 2 and no longer can purchase Helldivers 2. They still have access. No longer can purchase Helldivers 2. Like the argument continually morphs over the course of the entire discussion. People originally were just bitching about the fact that Diff 9 was hard and they wanted to make it easy. Now people are going to say, oh, it's because of the samples, but those fuckers are still going to be complaining about Diff 9. That's not going to change at all. 7 is a cakewalk with randos. Nail-biting with the full squad. Pre-made team or not. Yeah, I don't know if it's cheating or just stream sniping, but I often just get SEAL Team 6, guys. I literally just lay around on the ground while people do everything when I host, and that's not where I want to be at. On Diff 9. Actually makes me angry when I'm playing Diff 9 and I'm just walking around collecting samples and that's it. It's just a waste of time. I do love Reddit, guys. I will say this is probably one of the most fun Reddit communities to cover. Out of any that I covered over the years, I covered Fortnite, I covered H1Z1, covered Overwatch. Out of all the communities, AMD, it's not even related to gaming, by the way. Out of all the communities that I've covered, this is probably one of the most fun ones, full of just people that are just, like I said, this is probably in the strictest sense, a lot of people that are like, we talked about basically like, you have like the GM or top 500 Overwatch streamers or Challenger and League of Legends playing a game, and you have literally plats and golds offering them advice, right? That's very much feels like the same way where you have people that are playing Diff 6 and Diff 7 trying to tell people like how Diff 9 should be played, and just like without kind of the full picture. Like we're talking about the railgun, and there's like, oh, the railgun's great. You know, if you have time to sit there and shoot the one Hulk from across the map, maybe, you know, you can do that with a lot of guns, right? Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping Arc Thrower gets its Hulk stagger back. Yeah? Charger stagger. Dude, if the fucking Arc Thrower was staggering Hulks, that would be insane. I'd rather get its half charge back. You mean double the DPS of it? Yep. I mentioned before how the Arc Bros died out. Basically, no one bitched about it, but the Arc Bros meta was completely nerfed after they removed the animation cancel. Like, a lot of people didn't even realize what was going on. Which is kind of weird. It's kind of like they nerfed the arc pretty hard. It got like a 30% DPS nerf, and no one really talked about it because it was technically an animation fix, but it got an absolutely neutered the Arc Bros because it super nerfed the DPS on it. Another Eruptor. Oh, please. It would actually be funny, by the way, if they give the shrapnel back and then take out the damage, so it's basically the same thing. Alright, the Eruptor 100% need to be nerfed. It was 5,000% super broken. It was in 2 tiers higher than any closest weapon. Primary weapon. Plain visible supply lines. I don't think it's going to change much, but it should have been in the game. That's stuff people need to be able to see. People are still going to play against bugs and bots. It doesn't matter. People that seem to think it's going to be world-changing, but it's not. People just do what they want. Yep. Let's see. What do I do? What else do we got? Hello, humans. Activate windows? Posts like this are still getting upvoted. That's crazy. You have a clever response to it. You've never been kicked at extraction like this. I had an extraction where the whole team fell out of the Pelican. That sounds like the bug where everyone basically gets in, but it doesn't end the mission, and it flies away and chucks you out. I had that happen once, where he waited it out, where it wouldn't let us extract. Patch note date confirmed. I already know that. Earth needs to adopt automaton plasma heavy firearms technology. It's basically the same thing as the HMG emplacement that no one uses. Couple automaton operation modifier ideas. Let's see. Large majority of terrain around the map has been flattened and blanketed in mines, broken up only to be only by periodic trenches that funnel movement into choke points guarded by pillboxes and occasional outposts. I mean, that sounds like a different game type. That doesn't sound like a modifier. Which I guess you could. We talked before about how they could actually make a different version of the last stand or the gate mission, basically where the tower defense mission where you stand around. You can make a longer version of that with multiple checkpoints through it. Cargo Distribution Center. Enemy ground presence is greatly reduced to essential logistical and security personnel. Periodically, cargo dropships will drop shipping containers around the map, sometimes containing stolen support weapons or other supplies. If a bot drop is called by an alerted automaton, significantly more dropships will appear than usual. I mean, once again, this sounds like a different game type. We talked about logi missions, right? How, talked extensively about this a couple days ago. Not exactly copy-pasted, but how you could have basically logistical missions in the game at lower difficulty, where people just go around and furry supplies around, because some people really like that stuff. Or where they have option to support people that are in the game, like let's say on a Siege Artillery or something, where you can call in a kit to reload the Siege Artillery, and just sit there and keep reloading it throughout the map, because you enjoy doing it. This itself actually sounds like just a different game mode. And you could do something like that, and just it's not a operation modifier. It's not something simple. This is literally an entirely different game mode. As a ballistic shield main, please let me storm trenches. There's mains with ballistic shields. Okay. I mean, we've talked about how they can improve the ballistic shield, by the way. Let's see. Top 15 deadliest planets. Yeah. DM's death permission. Mostly they're going to just depend on whatever state the bots are in terms of the AI. I cannot understand anything you're talking about because you're an idiot. Reread the post. Apparently I got 65 upvotes on a post the other day where we talked about basically having to remove things from containers and actually appearing on the map. Real? I never noticed. Ah, there's actually... I didn't even know that there's replies to this. That's hilarious. Yeah, so unless you pick up the weapons out of containers, they never show up on the map. So if you drop in your railgun or your autocannon and you don't pick it up because you die, you can have problems finding it. Okay, I called on EAT. I take it out of the one out so I can take the other one out of the stupid hell pod so I can find it later on. I was one of the first people, if not the first person, to do that continually. Here every day, guys. They don't know they learned from me. It's all this dissemination of information trickling through the tubes, guys. One person does it, not necessarily that someone directly watched me, but someone watched me and then they started doing it and someone started doing what they saw and then it goes down, starts spreading like a virus. Thanks us having real brain issues there. Now, why is it so condescending when you basically said that you're having brain issues? A lot of QoL that needs to be improved. Well, this is a QoL issue that no one seemingly noticed. Well, a lot of people did not notice except for me. Because it'll lead to a clutter on the map. No, I mean, you're going to pick it up anyways and drop it, so it's not any more of a clutter than what's already happening in the game. This is not an issue in any way, shape, or form. And generally the icons are going to overlap in the same area, so it's not even an issue. Got him! You got me good. Huh. Here every day, guys. Screaming into the void. Let's see. Vile Titan sticks to landing. What do we got? Show me what you got. 6 interactions. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Love it. Okay. I think there's stuff going on. I don't know when the 9950, the new AMD processors release. Coming up, though. Allegedly, they're launching on June 24th. June. Oh, so this month. Okay. Well, we're obviously going to be covering that, and even if I start late, we're going to be covered into the stream. Already teasers, people talking about samples that they have, which is my guess is the hands-on means they can't publish a review yet, but they've actually been able to play around with it, so they already have the review samples. So apparently the 9950X and 9900X are coming out this month. So the new AMD family is coming out. I'm not interested in that as much as the X3D, but allegedly the X3D chips are going to be out 3 months later, which is actually pretty fast. It's faster than it was before. Before it was like 6 months or something like that. So all for that. We'll be covering this. I love tech, guys. There isn't always tech releases, so there's nothing to talk about. But we're coming up and ramping up on AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA release cycle. And I think even AMD graphics later this year, although I haven't heard anything announced. But NVIDIA is going to be releasing their 5090, so you guys have to save up money for your Cadillac to buy a new one. And I hope you have it on lease. Actually, sort of surprising you can't lease GPUs yet. That's hilarious and sad. Here we go. Is there a tube video we can watch on this? Let's see. We're gonna take a look at a quick tube if we can. Critical Drinker is hacking away at the Acolyte. Can't wait to watch it. Some things I watch just because they're shit too. Like I watched Han Solo. I watched Solo. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Boba Fett, also pretty good. Oh my god. Not what we're looking for. UA, not interested in that. Get out of here. They have coverage of AMD. That was released. Actually, that's what this is. Let's take a lead. We're gonna take a look here, guys.
Welcome back to Hardware Unboxed. AMD just announced new Zen
Chris.
5 desktop processors, new motherboard chipsets to support them, additional details on the AM5 socket, and new mobile chips with a heavy dose of AI. We've been briefed on all the info ahead of time, so When I filmed this, I was still here in Australia, but right now I'll be over in Taiwan for Computex.
he's in the UK.
Anyway, let's get into the details after a quick word from our Computex sponsor.
The Harbour Unboxed Computex coverage is brought to you by MSI and Thermal Grizzly. Check out MSI's all-new gaming slim graphics cards. They're thinner and lighter, allowing for hassle-free compatibility and installation, while still delivering award-winning performance that MSI is known for. Included is the latest Trifroza 3 cooler in either black or white using Torx 5.0.
Aspot.
For example,
AMD are indeed jumping from the 7000 series with Zen 4 straight up to the 9000 series for Zen 5. These CPUs, codenamed Granite Ridge, are of course socket AM5 compatible, supporting DDR5 and PCIe 5.0 technologies. While AMD hasn't done a deep dive just yet on the Zen 5 architecture these new CPUs use, AMD made clear in their briefing that this is a major overhaul to their core design, describing it as a sweeping update in contrast to some previous architectures that were more iterative. Zen 5 includes significant improvements to branch prediction, wider pipelines, and deeper window sizes, with AMD claiming up to twice the instruction bandwidth, twice the data bandwidth, and twice the AVX512
Heard this already.
relative to Zen 4. This translates into a
Newsbits.
16% claimed IPC improvement for Zen 5 versus Zen 4 using a geomean. This includes gains of 17% and 23% respectively in common benchmarks like Cinebench
League of
and
Legends.
Blender.
League of Legends is
Though there will be outliers on
extremely,
either side. On the low
extremely
end, AMD are
single-threaded
quoting 10%
performance
gains,
bound.
but for specific workloads that harness certain aspects to the new architecture, such as AVX512, those improvements could be much more substantial. There's been a lot of speculation.
Which, by the way,
Zen 5
it's hilarious because you can't even play League of Legends at like 400 FPS. If you guys didn't know that, the game becomes desynced at like 300 FPS. I know because I've tried, and like I can get up to like 600 FPS, but everything starts going like fucking like this all over the fucking screen. Because as it turns out, League of Legends, despite it being like a $100 million game, billion dollar game at this billion dollar industry at this point, billion dollar business, they're still playing on an absolutely horrid ancient engine that is terrible, absolutely fucking horrible. Yeah,
IPC figures lately, I've seen anything from a 5% gain.
it's weird how much that
ranges
game really hasn't
of over
changed, even though
30%.
it's existed
So it's
forever.
good to finally get some confirmation here. This is a pretty typical IPC gain compared to AMD's previous architectures.
Yep.
Zen 4 versus Zen 3 was a 13% uplift, Zen 3 versus Zen 2 a 19% uplift, and Zen 2 was around the 15% mark over Zen 1 and Zen Plus. And those are all AMD's quoted numbers from their presentations at the time. Provided these claims from AMD are accurate, this is a very consistent pace of execution with each major Zen architecture.
Yep.
However, the total performance improvement from Zen 5 will be limited by clock speeds. This new generation isn't providing significant increases in frequency based on listed specifications for each part, and core counts are identical to the Zen 4 generation. The flagship Ryzen 9 9950X is shown with a 5.7 GHz boost clock, the same as the Ryzen 9 7950X, though we don't know how all core clocks will fare. This suggests the majority of the performance gains will be down to IPC and architectural changes. In comparison, AMD was able to achieve a 16% frequency increase with their Zen 4 flagship compared to Zen 3, which helped raise overall performance. I suspect that in a typical workload, this will make Zen 5 a smaller gain over its predecessor than Zen 4 achieved. This should be more of a Zen 3 versus Zen 2 improvement. That generation did not see a significant clock speed increase, but did benefit from a large IPC gain. Part of this is down to AMD using a very similar node for Zen 5 as Zen 4. AMD said these parts are built on TSMC 4nm technology, which is what was used for Ryzen 8000 APUs. Ryzen 7000 CPUs with Zen 4 used TSMC's N5 node, and both 5nm and 4nm nodes are part of the same family. The full Ryzen 9000 lineup includes all the models that you
Curious
would
bit here
expect
really
at
isn't the
launch.
9000
There's a
series itself,
16-core
guys. It's what they're going to be doing with the
Ryzen
X3D and how they've
9950X,
changed it.
12-core Ryzen 9
If it's still like split up for
9900X,
70 or
an
90,
8-core Ryzen 9
9950 X3D
and a
is split up
6-core
among
Ryzen 5
8 X3D cores and 8 normal
have
cores,
pricing
or if they
for
do
these
both
parts
at the
yet,
same time.
but they will
They
be
said they're
launched in
considering
July
doing
of
some weird shit with it,
2024,
so
which is not too
it might be
far
hit or
away now.
miss. The X3D is
All
kind of an
including SMT
abomination.
and similar
It's kind of a
capacities to Zen
Frankenstein.
4. So the 9700X,
Monster.
for example, has 32 megavel 3 and 8
We'll see.
megavel 2.
At this point, I really don't even
40
recommend people buy anything other than
cache.
X3D chips. They're just
8-core and
infinitely
6-core
better to
models
play on.
see
They
a
just feel better.
100 megahertz frequency increase over their Ryzen 7
And oftentimes are just
while the
objectively
high-core count models
better
see no frequency gain in terms
than
of max
Intel.
boost.
If you're talking about games.
The 8-core and 6-core models see a 100 MHz frequency increase over their Ryzen 7000 counterparts, while the higher core count models see no frequency gain in terms of max boost. What has been updated though are the TDPs, which isn't a great indication of actual power consumption, but does give some idea of how Zen 5 is stacking up relative to previous models. The flagship 9950X remains as a 170 watt part, but the 9900X drops to 120 watts, down from 170 watts previously. The 9700X and 9600X also now become just 65 watt processors instead of 105 watts previously with the 7700X and 7600X. This puts their TDPs much more in line with the
Apparently July, not June.
where both the 7700
I swear we just read June
and
earlier.
7600 were 65 watt parts. AMD aren't making a ton of performance claims today, but did show some comparisons pitting the 9950X up against the Intel Core i9-14900K. For productivity workloads, AMD are claiming notably better performance, such as a 21% gain in Cinebench R24 and a 56% gain in Blender. Our previous benchmarking had the 14900K and Ryzen 9 7950X neck and neck in most productivity workloads, or in some cases the 14900K was ahead, like in Photoshop. AMD are suggesting the 9950X should put them into a clearly superior position, although this
Was
is just a
launched on
comparison to
June
14 inch, and we are
2024. What?
expecting new Arrow Lake processors from Intel in the fourth quarter of the year. Similarly, AMD are claiming a 13% average performance improvement across 6 games for the 9950X versus 14900K.
Editor, please. Probably written
Our
by
previous
AI.
benchmarks using an RTX 4090 at 1080p had the 14900K 10% ahead of the 7950X, while losing to the 7800X 3D. We had the 3D Vcache model coming in around 5% ahead based on a 21 game sample. This would imply that Zen 5 non-X3D models should deliver gaming performance around that of the Zen 4 X3D parts, although AMD has tested using a Radeon RX 7900 XTX, with both platforms set to use DDR5 6000 memory. In our game benchmarks, we typically pair the 14900K with DDR5 7200 CL34 memory, as it supports higher memory frequencies, which improves gaming performance by a few percent. It's also not fully clear what power profile AMD used for the 14900K on the MSI motherboard they were using. They list the Intel default, but this could mean anything these days. Basically, what I'm saying here is that while these numbers can give some indication, they should firstly be taken with a grain of salt, as they are likely cherry-picked, and secondly taken with even more grains of salt due to the way they have been tested. Hopefully, though, we do see Zen 5 coming out of the gate with highly competitive results.
Hopefully it's not a turd,
It's
guys.
also been noted here
Allegedly,
that there are no X3D models being announced for
the 79,
initial
excuse me, the
release of
90,
Zen 5 Ryzen 9000
9950X
CPUs. So like with
is
previous
supposed to be just as fast as the
generations, we're expecting that those
7950
models will be
X3D
launched
in
and
games.
released, even announced
But
at some
that's what
later
AMD
date,
said,
but
so.
no discussion of the 3D Vcache Zen 5
Was
models
it
right
a
here at
leak?
Computex. As for the AM5 platform, there's good news to share, with AMD extending their confirmed lifespan for AM5 through to 2027 and beyond.
Pretty ridiculous.
Previously, AMD have only stated support up to 2025 plus. That's been extended by at least 2 years, giving prospective buyers and current AM5 owners more clarity around the future of the platform. However, we do need to be somewhat cautious about specifically what AMD is claiming here. While they are claiming support until 2027 plus, they have not specifically.
Imagine not needing to buy a new
confirmed
motherboard and
support for the next
RAM
CPU
every single time a
architecture
CPU comes
beyond
out, guys.
Zen 5, which we presume is Zen 6.
Mind blown.
The reason to be cautious here is AMD, in this very same slide, say that AM4 is continuing to be supported today and into 2025, despite there being no new CPU architecture launches on the platform since 2020 or 2021 if you want to count the Vcache models. So the least charitable interpretation of this slide would be that AM5 will be supported to 2027 plus, just with refreshed Zen 5 CPU launches instead of new Zen 6 models. With that said, in my opinion, the way most people would interpret this and the way AMD would want you to interpret this is that at minimum Zen 6 will be supported on the AM5 platform. Marketing the platform in this way strongly implies this, and the implication is stronger now that support has extended to 2027. Anything short of Zen 6 on AM5 now would be highly misleading, given it will almost certainly launch before 2027, so I fully expect Zen 6 to be supported on AM5, and I believe that the way that AMD has gone about this presentation is to tell you that Zen 6 will be supported without actually announcing Zen 6, because the focus here is on Zen 5. Alongside increased commitment to the AM5 platform, AMD are announcing new 800 series chipsets X870 and X870E, with AMD deciding to skip the 700 series. Relative to X670 and
Why they skip a number, I don't know.
These new chipsets bring three key advantages: USB 4 support as standard across all motherboards, PCIe 5.0 for both graphics and NVMe storage as standard across all motherboards, and increased memory frequency support through Expo. This makes X870 more of an
memory on the
update
500
on
series
X670,
chipset, guys.
should raise the minimum
600 series chipset is
of an
very,
X series
very
board compared to the
sporadic.
initial batch of
I
X670 boards.
actually end up having to get slower memory, but at tighter timings that was Expo compliant, because I originally bought faster memory with relatively tight timings too. It was I think it was a 6400 kit as opposed to a 6000 kit. Yeah, but as it turns out, AMD has a lot of problems getting above 6000 megahertz. Yeah, and I didn't know that at the time on their 600 series chipset, that is.
As some examples, the Gigabyte X670 Gaming X and Asus Prime X670P are around $200 US, but only include support for PCIe 5.0 in the first M.2 slot, with PCIe 4.0 support maximum for the primary x16 graphics.
More expensive memory, and I had to buy cheaper memory.
Versions of these boards would have to support PCIe 5.0 for both the primary
Sad.
M.2 and
Worked fine on my
16
Intel CPU
slots,
I had, though.
as well as
3900K for a while.
USB 4. Interestingly, as part of their briefing, AMD hinted that PCIe 5.0 GPUs are coming soon, which is perhaps a reference to the capabilities of RDNA 4, which is rumored to use PCIe 5.0. X870 and X870E boards are of course backwards compatible with Ryzen 7000 and Ryzen 8000 CPUs based on Zen 4, though they will also support Ryzen 9000 out of the box. Similarly, existing 600 series boards are forwards compatible with Zen 5, so after a BIOS update, you should be able to drop in a new 9000 series CPU and have it work just fine. We're also going to have to wait and see what higher Expo memory clock support actually means. All of AMD's performance data for Ryzen 9000 was captured on an X670E board at DDR5 6000, and there was no mention of Zen 5 actually supporting faster memory. It's possible that it does, we just don't know to what level, whether that memory support will also be possible on X670 boards, or whether these updates to X870 are largely for future-proofing. Expect to see more on X870 as we head to the Computex show floor in the next few days. As for additional updates, AMD are launching the Ryzen 9 5900 XT and Ryzen 7 5800 XT on AM4 in July as well. The 5800 XT is a 100 MHz overclock of the 5800X, while the 5900 XT appears to be a 100 MHz downclocked version of the Ryzen 9
Similarly,
the second half of AMD's present downclocked version of the Ryzen 9 5950X. The 100 XT is a 100 MHz overclock of the 5800X, while the 5900 XT appears to be a 100 MHz downclocked version of the Ryzen 9 5950X. The second half of AMD's presentation largely focused on mobile parts, which we don't.
There's no 12-core variant?
A 100
What?
MHz down.
Oh, it's an XT. Oh, wow. They're still releasing 5000 series CPUs. They're milking the shit out of that. Yeah, that can... It's a 5000 series.
959.
To be fair, they kind of have a reason to it because people are still hanging on to their AM4. The AM4 platform, guys, lasted a really long time. There's a lot of people that actually value not having to buy a CPU and motherboard, which you mentioned earlier, right? And they're still milking the shit out of this. So I thought the 5800 X3D was going to be the last one, but after the success of the 5800 X3D, they keep releasing new chips.
100 XT and Ryzen 7 5800 XT on AM4 in
Crazy.
July as well. The 5800 XT is a 100 MHz overclock of the 5800X, while the 5900 XT appears to be a 100 MHz downclocked version of the Ryzen 9 5950X. The second half of AMD's presentation largely
Weird,
focused
because
on
there's a
mobile parts,
5900X
which we
that's
don't
just
really cover
12
at
cores, right?
Hardware Unboxed. Key features include an upgrade to Zen 5 CPU cores, RDNA 3.5 graphics, and a new NPU with 50 TOPS of performance, meeting the minimum requirements for Microsoft's new Copilot Plus feature. Some of the interesting things here are the 12-core design in the flagship model, up from 8 cores with their previous monolithic APUs. This is split into 4 Zen 5 cores and 8 Zen 5C cores. The integrated graphics gets bumped up to 16 compute units, up from 12, and these will be available in laptops from various OEMs beginning in July. Of course, what we're seeing here is AMD's Strix Point design, not the heavily rumoured Strix Halo APU, which is said to increase the CPU design up to 16 cores and the GPU up to a massive 40 compute units. As far as this briefing is concerned, AMD's focus at Computex is on Strix Point and the new AI capabilities it brings, because of course there has to be mention of AI. Speaking of AI, these new mobile parts have indeed
AI
been
is actually pretty big right
renamed to
now.
the Ryzen
It's
AI
not
300
overstated at all.
series, completely ditching the Ryzen 9000 type branding that they otherwise
AI
would
is
use.
world changing, guys.
This means AMD directly
Maybe
moves
not
from
directly
Ryzen 8000
super
APUs
fast, but it's
to
definitely
Ryzen
doing it.
AI 300. Yeah, makes a
Which
heap
is
of
why
sense. There
kids in school right now are basically intellectually bankrupt because they have all their homework done by AI.
even calling this the third generation of
Oh, those
AI
poor kids.
CPUs from AMD. Don't even
Why would you take time to
know
do
what
work,
that
guys,
means.
when you can
Anyway,
have something
this
cheap for
includes
you?
the Ryzen AI 9 HS
Not just kids, by the way, it's also
370
university
and
students.
Ryzen AI 9 365, which are honestly quite bad names that somehow make Ryzen 9 8940HS feel like less of a mouthful. A truly impressive feat.
Yeah, I have no idea what causes that. It is very annoying. I have to watch it like a hawk to see if it happens again. Okay, I'm gonna wash my coffee cup out, guys. Grab a soda, grab a water, and we'll play some Helldivers 2. Occasionally, YouTube does this really weird shit where it drops bitrate to 3. It won't disconnect you either. It drops it to 300, and it'll just sit there, throttle at 300 kilobits per second. No idea why. Meanwhile, all my other streams are fine. My ping's fine. Everything's fine. We're back, guys. Alrighty. How's your day going? Whale sounds. Lovely. Alrighty. Let's see. We're gonna do some bugs, we're gonna do some bots, guys, see where things go. The grand finale, what you've all been waiting for. Oh, good. Alrighty. Let's start doing some bugs. See what they're like. We aren't going to host our own game because fuck that. $12, $9. Order. Actually surprised the number of people playing bugs or bots right now. Isa?
Initiating FTL jump to the Astanu system.
Ow. Ow. $150, guys.
Jump complete.
Emergency evacuation. Everyone's wearing the orange armor now. Scatter. Lays. Pretty good.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver. You are the best of the best. Live up to your name. Live up to freedom.
Requesting advanced weaponry! Requesting air support!
We're 2 minutes in.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Yeah. Well, that's a something going on there. Let's go this way, I guess. I think his laser drone is actually functioning that way on his computer, or is it just fucking look that way for me? Because it's hurting me. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Make sure you get the samples for the kids.
Got a sample.
Leave a sample behind, guys.
Now
kids. Nope. Nope. We'll get out of there. But hanging on a rock? Another one.
Say hello to democracy.
What the fuck was that? It didn't turn for some reason. Stuck. Right. God.
Sending in an eagle.
Let's go somewhere else where our teammates are not. The wholesome sound of roasting bugs, guys. Ah, it's so beautiful. I know. Got Shrike Nest. I get to sit here for the next minute and a half and shoot at them. Once again, I do think whenever they're attacked from across the map, they should start spawning shrikes to come at you. Until the attacks like cease for like a minute or something.
Calling down a support weapon.
Now we just wait.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Like, we can get closer, but if it starts spawning bugs, we don't want that either.
Requesting air support.
Reinforcing.
It's engaging for you guys too. AutoCAD does make this a lot easier.
I'm on it.
Done. Alright, back to actually playing the game.
Requesting orbital strike.
Got a Seif.
Sending in an eagle.
Lovely Seif. Mm-hmm. What do you have for me today, Seif-chan?
Requesting advanced
Napalm?
Fine, dropping package.
A mini nuke.
Calling in reinforcements.
Well, I've seen that. EMS is garbage.
Requesting air support.
Smoke next to the EMS from the looks of it.
Dropping package.
Another EMS, that's not good. Another smoke.
Package acquired.
Explosive.
Dropping
Like we
package.
have some really shit shells, guys.
Calling down a support weapon.
Package acquired.
West,
Dropping
on my
package.
position.
Okay. Do we have anything else, or are we just gonna put EMS in, guys? Got trash.
Rare sample acquired.
Where we want to be. Oh.
Requesting air support.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Sending in an eagle.
Got 2 extra smokes.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Guys,
Sending in an eagle.
Calling down a support weapon.
what the fuck's going on here? You? Yeah, 99 to you too. We'll debate the kids and put EMS in first.
Dropping package.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I got the terminal.
Done. Okay. Alright, off we go. Let's go to the objective.
Requesting jackpot.
New mag.
Got go-kart bugs. Two different variants of the beetles. You got the go-karts and then you got the normal beetles. The go-karts zoom up to you and bitch slap you when you're trying to do something. Very annoying. By design. Oh. Look, we got a... okay.
Sending in an eagle.
Rock tunnel.
Whoop. Oh, okay. Alright.
Requesting air support.
Attack underway.
New mag.
I've got this one.
Alright. Go up here, do that. Yep, uh-huh. Oh, look at that. Oh. And I think we got over the side. There you go. Hey, bud.
Sending in an eagle.
Administering freedom.
Oh my god. We are 100% dead. We are 100% dead. Not dead yet. Hey, look, guys. We got a...
I've got this
Stop
one.
it. Stop it. Stop it.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Bitch. Okay. That didn't fucking work.
Calling in reinforcements.
Never actually tried to just stun lock the stalkers, and
Fog outpost.
it does not do anything. That is the worst possible scenario you could be in.
Democracy has landed.
Sample farming? I mean, I guess if that's what you're into.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Good. We just started playing tonight. Lovely.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Up there.
New mag.
I think this is actually an explosive, if I remember right. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. The fuck is up? Why are there so many beetles? Okay, we're dead. Well, that's a lot of shit. Ah! If you're level 20, it makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Calling down a support weapon. Requesting air
If you
support.
clear out the bots and you have a good chance of pushing the bots out. Oh no. You didn't hear about the Wizard of Oz? It's actually a sham. Yeah, I don't think we push anything out unless Joel wants us to push shit out. So, I mean, you can do it. Yeah, go for it. I mean, all the more power to you. I have no problems with people playing the narrative game, but that's not well, whatever it does it for you.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I just play whatever I want, as it turns out. Pretty sure this is a pre-made, and they're refusing to spawn me because apparently I died one too many times. Yeah, these guys are being douchebags. So this I'm very certain is a complete pre-made. Well, let's keep pinging until they kick us. Here.
That's empty. Reinforcing.
Okay.
New mag. Player sample acquired.
Alright, bud.
Fog tunnel breach. For
Let's just go straight and deal with the stalker nest first. Go back. Yeah, some people, like, you'll get, like, the elitist groups where they just literally just won't respond to you.
Requesting advanced
When I host, obviously, you have to respond to me, otherwise I kick you. But I've even had cases where people would just refuse to spawn to you while you're the host. God.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Liberty, save me! Calling in reinforcements.
They've definitely modified the nest. This is a new one. It's like it has like a deep trough in it. It looks like they made it wider too.
Rare sample acquired.
They've been our team's at work redoing some of their assets. We got a couple fucks running around here, by the way. That's not the last of them.
Sending in an eagle.
Alright, let's go get my shit. Good. Favorite weapons currently, I like the plasma grenade launcher. I've rotated through a few. It really depends on what's usable. There's a lot of usable weapons right now, though. Using the adjudicator for a while up until the plasma grenade launcher. Right now, it's currently my favorite, though. Oh, I guess this is technically a shotgun, isn't it? Obviously not a shotgun stutter.
Calling down objective equipment.
Oh, speaking of which, I should have done that a while ago.
Engaging terminal.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling down objective equipment.
Told you, little bitches can come back. Oh my god, there's more?
Injury. What injury?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Package acquired.
Ah, Bile Titan's just over there chilling.
Sample collect.
I can hear another one.
Dropping package. I got the terminal.
I don't know if it's my ISP throttling me or YouTube throttling me. Mystery box. Everyone loves a mystery box. Okay. Let's change planets. Maybe we can get some a little bit more festive. That's kind of boring. They have much action going on there. We might play some bots too.
The galactic
Bots
war,
are
a battleground awaiting your heroic intervention.
damn straight. Bots are pretty annoying right now because they chuck your salad around. You toss your salad, and then they aim punch you constantly.
Initiating Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Have you tried explosive resist armor against bugs? By the way, guys, if YouTube starts crawling and dropping frames, it's not my fault. I don't know what's going on. It's either YouTube doing it or it's my ISP doing it. I don't know which it is. All my other streams are fine. He hasn't started yet. So make sure you say something if it drops again so they can reset it. Have I tried the light explosive armor? I use the light explosive armor against bots almost exclusively. Against bugs, I found out that basically there's almost no explosive damage from the bots. Excuse me, from the bugs. So the armor padding, this says armor padding, which raises it to medium, is actually just better than the anti-explosive armor.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver.
Apparently, bile, like if you get hit by the corrosive bugs or the bile tines, it's usually you just die. I think there's a direct damage and an explosive component to it, and I think the explosive armor only protects against the explosive component. Tested that though, and you'd have to
Mission coordinates.
see if to
Allied
try.
destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Same thing with the corrosive bugs. You can dodge it, or you stand in the shit and die. Geological survey. No. Spread. We'll take an autocannon. In before it actually turns out that got a 380 enjoyer in here. Yeah, you have to. I mean, once you get the cadence down, the corrosive bugs are harder to deal with than the biotines are. Those guys will literally sneak up on you and start spitting at you around a corner. You have to be very careful with that shit. Or they'll just spit on you, and you'll go, ah! And then you'll die. Biotines, on the other hand, you can kite around, and they're obviously more known, so you can deal with them when you see them.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation.
Autocannon is much more difficult than using a normal explosive warhead against bugs, so... Against bots, autocannon is insanely OP, and I don't know why it's not meta. Everyone should be taking autocannon against bots. Against bugs, it takes some finesse to use. I just saw one spawn. I don't know why. No one's close enough to spawn them. I did say that it should, if you start shooting it from across the map, it 100% should start spawning bugs. But it doesn't. Oh, were you here last night? Yeah, exactly. Just the whole spiel where we talked about how fucking Reddit talks about loving the railgun, how good it is against bots now. The railgun is so good against bots. And we literally use it and just got my salad tossed constantly. And then we picked up the beam cannon and did pretty good with it, and you pick up the auto cannon, you do even better. Yeah. Good. To be fair, I never tried, like, originally when the game was first released, I used the auto cannon against bugs, and I had, like, you know, it's like, it was against bugs. Because it is, against bugs. It's something fun and different to use, in my opinion. Like, when you start getting, when you have to deal with 3 chargers at the same time in a horde of bugs, it's very difficult. Oh.
Allied destroyer has left the squadron.
I think that's the escape bug. So the host timed out because he had escape on his keyboard. The first escape of the evening gives you the long stutter and it disconnects like the entire... Look at that. By the way, this is where you can tell... Stuff like this is why you can tell that the game is peer-to-peer with multiple hosts. So the guy that was just left was controlling these bugs right here, which now no longer have someone controlling them. They're basically disabled. Because the host, who had a catastrophic disconnect, left. Well, one of the few examples I can give you as to why I think the game has multiple hosts at the same time. Because it's a way of splitting up the workload. These guys, I think, are just stuck. And his booper's missing. Nope, they're turned off too. You guys are not.
Requesting objective equipment.
Orbital inbound.
Grenade exploding, we're gonna leave. Not dealing with that. Grenade exploding is the same thing as cheating. Don't do it. Just because you can do it without downloading hacks.exe does not mean it's not a cheat.
Mission coordinates
Which
locked.
allegedly they fixed again in the next patch, so.
Help pod primed.
It fixed again. Check.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Let's see. Oh, no spread. Spreading the democracy, but not orbital spread. So we can
Orbit
take some,
synchronized.
we can auto cannon enjoy again. The third, I usually take either barrage or the gas.
Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver.
Yep. Well, depending on... Yeah. My stream to YouTube is actually should be higher quality than Twitch and Kick
Let them come.
in general. It is, well, it is much higher quality.
Let them face the insurmountable might of the
Ooh. We got some
Calling down a
ticks.
support weapon.
Oh my god. The enjoyment factor of killing... The enjoyment factor of killing ticks with the autocannon is immense, guys. Hey, bud. No. No. Sit down. Oh, yeah. Need to find some big boobers to pop.
Sending in an eagle.
Reloading. For prosperity.
By the way, this biome, if you don't know, when you see the fog roll in, that's when they spawn. So, this has been in the game for a while. But whenever you see the fog roll in and you lose visibility, that's when they spawn in the fog.
Like the taste of freedom.
Helpful tip right there. Okay, I guess we're... Got our Illuminate teaser going on right now. Dude, this shoots high. It 100% shoots high if you fast fire it. It shoots over the top of shit.
mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Mag's empty.
I don't have my Gatling barrage right now. That would be great.
Oh!
Exactly sure what's going on here.
New mag. Reloading.
Yeah, Joel, send you over here. That's for you. Oh, yeah. Got him.
Requesting air support.
Fight him in through that. Hopefully he doesn't do dumb shit. There we go. Good. No spread. There's an orbital spread component which will cause orbitals to change. Like if you have a circle on the ground, imagine a pie. If you have orbital spread, it causes it to move in a bigger area around it, so it won't hit where you're aiming. So if I throw it on the ground right there, because of orbital spread, it'll end up like right there. And if you're using the barrage, that basically makes it worthless. Like no point in using it. Oh my god, they aren't gonna do the side hive? You gotta go do it. It's a debuff.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. Far.
Wow, you don't say, Orange. It's almost like you saw where I was running and put a point down where I was running to. Congratulations! I hate people like that. It's like when you fucking play like League of Legends or any MOBA and like they just do, like they point, they ping whatever you're already doing. Very annoying. Very fucking annoying. Rats, you guys missed it. I'm going to go do it.
Requesting orbital.
Very juicy.
Calling in reinforcement.
Side hit in. There you go.
Tunnel breach.
Cooper's missing. We're already dead.
Calling down a sentry.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Calling down a support weapon.
Calling in orbital strike.
Yep. Got some desync going on here. Good. Always rebind your stratagem keys, regardless of what you use. Oh, it's like the most basic tooltip that I always forget about, by the way, because I haven't rebound. Don't get used to WASDA. Always rebound your keys, regardless of what you use, your numpad, the arrow keys. Almost everyone has a rebound to the arrow keys. You need to rebind your stratagem keys if you're playing higher than Diff 7. You don't have time to stop and sit there and play with your deck. It doesn't work. There's still people you'll occasionally see at Diff 9 that just sit there and, like, either type it out real fast or they use a macro, which you can tell. Just rebind your keys. So you can sit here and do this right now, but you can't do normally. That's very important. Being able to do this in the middle of battle is actually a really big deal. Yes, for sure. Rebind your stratagem keys. I use arrow keys. I hit control, and that is a toggle too. Not actually killing all the kills, guys. I hit control. That's not a hold anymore either. Change that. Incendiary breaker.
Reloading.
I was like, did someone else bring an autocannon? I don't remember that. Yes, they do. I don't really, like, grenade exploiting, obviously I'm just going to leave, but if people are using macros, you don't need to use macros, but, like, I'm not going to, like, whatever.
5 minutes left. Remember to speed your step, Helldiver.
People need macros that much. Part of the game... Ooh, I almost died. Part of the difficulty in the game is legit fucking up your stratagems when you really need them.
Reinforcing.
I don't know how close he is to dying. We might have to 500 kg him. He has to be pretty close.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Trying to kill Bile Titans, by the way, guys, with the autocannon is extremely difficult. You can get underneath and shoot the pooper out. Dude, I swear to God, it just sounded like you fucking died. You can get underneath and shoot the pooper out, but you can't really do that. You can't really do that when there's a multi-tiered defense. Like the little fucking beetle that's under him. If I went underneath there and tried to shoot him, this guy would just be in there and slapping me. You can't deal with that when you're trying to shoot the pooper, which is difficult enough to do in the first place. There's a guy fucking grenade exploding. Oh my god. You know there's actual ways to kill Bile Titans, right? That doesn't involve throwing constant impact grenades at it.
Say hello to democracy. Sending in an eagle. New mag.
Here comes the cavalry.
Is that like a Reddit thread or something? Why is everyone doing this now? I mean, obviously it wasn't super uncommon in the first place, but their second game in a row.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah. The Creek one. What did I use prior to the Creek one? There's another one that I used prior to the Creek. I'll show you when I get out. I don't remember the name of it. They do exist. A couple orange fringed ones. I don't know what expansion they come with. Butt plug? They did. Another relatively easy mission. They just two-tap it?
Fog tunnel breach. Fire in the hole.
They just two-tap the Bile Titan with EATs from the looks of it. That's weird. Go Kurt. Fuck you, Go Kurt. You guys are very decent.
Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Orbital inbound.
Pelican 1, preparing to depart.
Alright, guess we're leaving.
20 seconds.
The Puncture Plasma against bots. Well, there's meta. I used to take the Dominator prior to it getting buffed, and I stopped using the Dominator after it got buffed because everyone started using it. And prior to that, it was a Slugger, right? That was meta. Slugger still works.
Another victory.
Dominator works against the bots. Let's see. Obviously, Scorcher works. Generally, just take the Punisher Plasma right now because usually as like the meta shifts, like I try to stop using whatever people are using because it's boring. Against bugs, there's a lot of different ones. Tickler, I kind of stopped using. You can use the Tickler too, the Blitzer. If you get too many bugs, you can't use it really well though. It doesn't work very well. I love the Judicator. I still use the Judicator on occasion. A lot of primers that actually do work if you're just looking for things that work as opposed to stuff that I'm using currently. Judicator I like. Kind of, but you could just use a Scorcher, so, you know, what, maybe? In my opinion, the Diligence counter-snipe needs a 3-round burst and increased capacity on magazine and amount of clips you can carry. A lot of assault rifles need increased capacity. Guys spamming grenades.
All these samples.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the Judicator. You will plow through ammo. You have to. It's definitely has issues with ammo, and if you're not careful, you'll overkill. And that's kind of like part of the skill of using it. I don't think I'd ever use the Judicator on single, by the way. You can. There was people when it first came out that used it like a sniper, and it was a very painful experience. Let's see. Eruptor still works against both bots and bugs. I haven't used it in a while since it got nerfed. I used it after it got nerfed just to see if it works still, by the way, and it does. Against bots and bugs, if you're looking for CC, Pummeler works, Blitzer works, Concussive Liberator works too, but the Pummeler actually has just higher, this is more knockback, but this has higher DPS. Judicator is like the only assault rifle that I'd actually recommend against either the bots or bugs, and this really has too much, this is too much recoil to use it against bugs, excuse me, bots. Too much recoil to use against bots. Bots are all about being super accurate. Sickle still works against bots and bugs. Scorcher works. Oh, there's this piece of shit. Don't use that until they buff it. According to Alexis, Purifier's in a good spot, though, so don't worry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, capes. Oh, before I forget, which cape was I using with the... let's see. No, I don't like that. This guy. This is what I was using before, I believe. Pretty sure I was using that one. This one. Different color orange, though. Pretty sure I was using this one. Because this also works with the green armor, which is also something I use. So when I changed it, I didn't need to change my cape. Pretty sure I was using this one prior to the Malevolent Creek. Slightly different color, though. They like having slightly different colors with their armors, which makes it very difficult to match up different armor pieces together. Pretty sure I was using this one prior, though. There's so many choices you can use. There's this guy, but I don't like the camo bit at the bottom. Different color orange, too. Yep, that is,
Choose where to join your fellows in righteous liberation. The bugs
Challenge,
swarm
right?
across this planet. Choose where to make your stand.
yeah, matching up the... I mean, if they had an army painter, which people have talked about, what'd they call it? They call it something different. But army painters have been around in, like, different games, like, Dawn of War is the first one I saw that. Dawn of War, Warhammer 40k. Which allows you to, basically, each piece of armor has 3 different pre-made areas. And you can go through and paint them different colors. Scatter and increase. Bugs tonight, guys, are nothing interesting, which is unfortunate.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
I just fucked something up. But you're not going to get perfect matches, so you kind of just have to go with what you have, or what what you're using. Oh, okay. Well, normally the host transfers, but, whatever.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Logical survey. So, I was talking about earlier, so if you look in the right side, it says orbital stratagems scatter increase. With orbital stratagems, this means that when you call it in, it's going to appear, if you have a 360-degree pie, I can't draw on the map, 360-degree pie, it's going to appear at the edges in a different spot. So when you call it in, there's going to be dispersion. It's going to be in a different spot where it lands. And in the case of the gas strike and the orbital, they're so small. The orbital barrage, they're so small. If they're off target, they will be completely ineffective, which is why generally I won't use it. Use any, like, because I like these two. I like these two as far as, like, alternates. Like, they're fun little things, but they do not work if they're scatter at all. And the sad thing is, Joel has it programmed, so when it does scatter, it's more likely to land on you. So, you are more likely to have the shit land on your face. It's like a 20% chance, despite there being 360 degrees, and all different variants of that in a circle. It oftentimes lands on your face. And it's very annoying.
Let them come.
But,
Let them
okay,
brawl.
bye.
Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
Oh look, we have some fuckboys here too. And we got, fuck off.
Requesting orbital strike. Throwing grenade.
I throw a wall. We're gonna have to come back for a shit. What I want to do. One of the downsides, by the way, if you're using this, one of the downsides to this gun is it legit has a bigger projectile than what it looks like on your screen. It's like twice the size. So you'll hit shit that you do not intend on doing that because it's actually in a different spot. Bitch. See the fucking big head trying to play Get Down, Mr. President? They added that. That's 100% intended behavior, by the way. That's not... Bro. And double reload. Gonna priest him. I got butt bumped. We might be dead here. And died. Basically fell in that. Yeah, it's not! It's not! I called it out the first time I saw it. Well, not the first time. I'm very, observant, and I notice things that... Usually notice things that trend, and, like, statistics. I notice trends. And I immediately, almost immediately noticed that it was fucking falling on me. You have a 360 degrees in a circle, right? If it falls right there dead center, putting aside it could fall, like, variations in distance here away from it, it can fall anywhere in the circle, but falling at dead center straight forward on you, like 20% of the time, is 100%. Like, it's statistically improbable. It can't happen. That's Joel sitting there, one hand in his fucking cheesy doodles, cackling to himself because he knows he's gonna kill you. Joel loves killing you. Don't die to Joel. When you see the Joel barrels, as I call them, make sure you kill the Joel barrels. Hey guys, nice.
Reloading.
I got something for you guys over here. Come over here. There. Yeah. Don't die to Joel barrels. You can tell when Joel's trolling. They're Magicka developers. If you've ever played Magicka, you know... There's more fucking stalkers. If you've ever played Magicka, you know, some of their silliness that they do. Kill you? Yeah. Joel likes trolling. You legit just go fucking grab my laze dog and run away?
Freedom never sleeps.
Bro.
Calling in orbital strike.
The fucking host, too.
Found something.
Very fucking annoying. I don't know what happened to his, but he just picked up mine.
Requesting air support.
Sending in an eagle.
Sending in an eagle.
Somewhere else on the map. Let me go find his. But you can see his is on cooldown, but he clearly just picked up mine. He must have dropped it? I don't know what happened to his. It's not on the map.
How'd you like to
But he just clearly went over and picked up mine. That's not good. Ooh, okay. Yeah, nope, okay. Guns in this game level unlock. Good evening, Wild. Are you asking what level you unlock the plasma grenade launcher I'm using? It's a war bond, so there's no level with it. Oh, you have to level through the war bond to get it.
Freedom never.
Yep, Joel's just trolling.
Reinforcing.
He does a lot of fucking trolly shit too. We've talked about it. The chargers have been in various different states as they tweak them. They don't put them in patch notes, by the way. A lot of stuff that they use AI, they don't put in patch notes. Which is why it's weird that they added stuff into it. He threw me right on my body. That guy. Oh, he got a stuck foot there.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Okay. There we go. Up that. We need to find this fucking nest, guys. Bad I don't have my laze dog. That'd be very nice right now, but since he's the host, I can't just go TK him and then kick him if he fucking TKs me back. Let's see. They keep coming from this way. Let's go over here.
Got a sample.
Just live in pain. It's okay. Well, underperforming. to make up for the slack of our team. There it is. Don't worry, it's fine. We'll just take one for the team as always. Die for the sins of the others. But all right. Do that again. We're gonna get flyers here in a second.
New man. Requesting air support. Sending in an eagle.
To get rid of these even if we die. There we go. I should kill some shit behind me. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. You guys go, that's for you too. So line of sight them. Now we have to take care of the fucking beautiful bird nests. Pretty sure there's like 1 or 2 stalkers still alive, by the way.
Calling in reinforcements. Requesting orbital strike.
A lot of really cool stratagems in this game, guys. Every time I look at the stratagem list, and we've covered it and talked about different ones and different ways they can buff them. Another one. When you see stuff like the air burst and you just... Hey! Fuck yeah! I get my fucking, I can get my backpack back. Thank you. That's lovely. Hi. Sometimes, by the way, it's a good idea to go over and try to rush down the nest and...
Bug hole, south, 200 meters.
And just makes it worse.
Requesting orbital strike.
By the way, I'm pretty sure those guys spawn me. Oh, okay. He might be dead.
Calling in reinforcements.
I just got hit for 3/4 of my HP by a flyer. You thought about buying this game, but you don't like the idea of grinding. This is not a grind game. There are some people that originally played this game like a grind game. This is not a grind game at all. This is like if you played Left 4 Dead and consider Left 4 Dead as a grind game. It has some grind components into it, like the little updates for your...
Fire in the hole!
for your destroyer. One maim these fucks. Get much more lethal when they're missing legs. Which also wasn't originally in the game. That's something they added later on.
Dropping a pin, east, 100 meters.
Let's do right here.
Requesting air support.
That should land on the side, hopefully.
New man. On counter free.
To that guy.
Tagging map, northwest, far. Sending in an eagle.
Got both. Okay. Up for a second is going to hit the rock.
Sending in an eagle. Calling in orbital strike.
to get both of them. Phase Dog, get in my back, guys. And then occasionally lobotomize me, because he has a rogue AI, you know. That's taken from the bots. You guys aren't supposed to know that, though.
For prosperity!
Found something.
Yep. Alright. What do we got going on here? Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what my teammates were doing. Why HE? Because I've just gotten used to the explosion radius on HEs. I should actually be using the normal grenades. Opposed to HEs because there's a bigger radius, and that's more useful for killing the fodder. So I use a grenade pistol to close holes anyways, so... but the grenades allow you more time to kite stuff over the top of it as opposed to impacts. They sound weird, but you have more time to basically, like, I can throw it at my feet and then line up the enemies on top of it. Got through his leg. Through his leg. That's desync, by the way. Whoever's controlling that thing is very laggy compared to me. I remember when I used to be able to do that. Let's wait for the second one right there.
Requesting air support! Freedom forever!
Bug outpost spotted.
I think we're going to go past the bug hole and go to the objectives so we don't get stuck just waiting for objectives to finish. But it's a lot more dealer's choice. You can do what you want. I mean, right now I'm using, basically I have a grenade launcher, which is, you know, like impact. It's basically going to explode on impact. And my plasma grenade launcher, which is also on impact. So, having a timed explosive allows me to kite them back and forth on top of it. You can utilize it better, in my opinion, but you can use what you want.
New man! Bug outpost!
Requesting air support.
Dealer's choice. Grenades, ever since they introduced the grenade pistol, there's a lot more flexibility in using grenades now. I almost exclusively take the grenade pistol. Bots. Like, I don't even use... Sometimes it'd be nice to have a secondary, but, you know... There is so much utility in the grenade pistol. Even, like, let's say you get a bunch of the hoppy fucks, right? You get a bunch of hunters. If you get an initial hit on them, you can sometimes kill, like, 4 of them.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Requesting objective equipment!
There's a Joel barrel. Do not die to Joel shenanigans, guys. Those are there to kill you. There's ammo here.
Requesting air support.
I got the terminal! Last reload!
Ammo.
Bug tunnel breach! Ending in an eagle!
Here you go. I need ammo. I should have called it in when I was at the nest. I was like, I'm not going to do this, but that wasn't about what I was going to do.
Deploying equipment package.
Might get a third here in a sec.
Requesting air support!
There is the third one. We're getting stuck on each other, unfortunately. That should be good. Perfect. And we might have hit the third one, but I'm not sure. I'll see you in here in a second. Did. Beautiful.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
But your family's dead. I'm sorry. Let me go see them now.
Engaging terminal!
5. Now I need to figure out where the supplies are through. That should show up on the map no matter what, but they don't.
Rare sample acquired.
Yep.
I got the terminal.
I think I threw it over here. Always pick up the samples, guys. It's for the kids. Little Timmy at daycare wants a sample. He's like, wow, mister! If only I had a sample! There it is. What's my shit? I need that. Alright. I can't move. Fucker. I went and gobbled up a lot of the fucking...
New mag.
See, let's go north. Gotta watch out for the go-karts too. They love just sneaking up on you and getting in your way. As they should. They actually used to never do that, and then made a couple suggestions, and all of a sudden they start doing that. They make great roadblocks, don't they?
Throwing grenade.
That. Very rude.
Last reload.
Yeah, do you know you ran right past one? Okay.
Out of ammo.
Not exactly sure what he's doing down here, but, you know.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Let's go do the objective.
Out of ammo.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling down objective equipment.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
That, let's go to the... Might be able to find ammo here.
Reloading. Rare sample acquired. Engaging terminal. Tagging location, southwest. I got the terminal.
We're waiting for.
Get some! Get some!
Pretty like the ones earlier, this one definitely has more bug hole spawning, which is good.
Bug tunnel breach! New mag! Last reload! Requesting air support!
Gotta be careful when they crawl out, they pre-spit. Like they get...
Say hello to democracy!
They can spit very fast.
Calling down a support weapon.
Alright.
Requesting orbital forcing air support.
Sending in an eagle!
By the way, if you didn't know, you can actually basically kill a Bile Titan with the air burst. If it, like, explodes right above it, it is extremely difficult to do, though. But this is for you. Yep. Pretty good. Well, we're going to cover it. I love covering development and patch notes for this game. It's especially spicy compared to normal games, regardless of what people say. They are very, very agile. Or they were very agile, and then Reddit decided that they needed to take a break, and then they did.
Sending in an eagle. On tunnel break. Sending in an eagle.
Try to stagger that a bit. So in order to hit that, by the way, because of the ledge there, they had to go and throw it, because it comes in at a 90 degree. If they threw it, like, right from there, it would have landed right across it, which would have been perfect, but...
Freedom triumphs over tyranny once more. The extraction shuttle awaits your request. Dropping a pin, southeast, 200 meters.
Don't know. I really don't know. It depends on how much work they did. They might just have done like they might have done 1 week's worth of work from before in 3 weeks, or it could be they did 3 weeks worth of work from before in 3 weeks. We'll have to see. It's a mystery box. Who knows what's in the mystery box, guys? I don't know. Joel doesn't even know. It's a mystery. And a lot of people saw the 100 changes and bug fixes and thought, well, it has to be balance changes, right? But if you've ever looked at a video game, you'll notice at the bottom there's an absolute shitload. Joel barrels. There's an absolute shitload of bug fixes at the bottom of pretty much every game. You just don't look at them, and you know that's entirely possible. Okay. Good stuff. But who knows? Hopefully it's balancing changes, and hopefully Pilts didn't make them buff the shit out of everything, which Reddit wants. There is still an active amount of people that want fucking Eruptor back to what it was, and it's insane. Eruptor was insanely broken. You literally just fucking shoot it at the ground and it kills like the fucking big head. Or you just pop the big head, excuse me. You just shot the big head. If I remember right. I have clips of me like literally fucking just like running around just killing like corrosive bugs constantly and big heads with the Eruptor. Not clips, footage. I think we did the whole map. Let's go to extract. But who knows? It's a mystery. Who knows? There's a lot riding on it. Regardless of them saying don't get your hopes up. Everyone got their fucking hopes up. I don't think there's any way that people would have not gotten their hopes up. What? Uh-oh.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Fine. There's absolutely no way. The reason for the such high expectations, by the way, is because this game itself, regardless of how much Reddit has bitched about this game, regardless of how much they've bitched about this game, guys.
Found something.
Here, this is... Oh, I'm out. Say it. Excuse me. Another napalm.
Sending in an eagle.
There. Regardless of how much Reddit bitches about this game itself has been pretty spectacular. It has its downsides too, but what they're releasing constantly is amazing. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh, you might be dead. Dead yet. I'm very confident if you fast shoot that thing, it shoots over the top of them.
Requesting air support.
Bro. Dude, you fucking piece of shit. Most dangerous thing in this game is your teammates. It's not the fucking bugs. Like, the thing is, he probably thought he was helping, too. He thought he was fucking helping. You know what he was? He wasn't fucking helping. I had that completely under control, and that fuck just threw an airburst on top of me. I thought it was like a Eagle airstrike, and it wasn't. Fine.
Reloading.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Now my shit's buried under a bug hole.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Yeah. I don't think I actually have any samples. Did they grab my samples already? Is there anything from the Warbond I'm looking forward to? I'm more of a... Yes. I think they actually got my samples. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got my samples. Wish. And it's dead.
Have a taste of democracy.
Alright. Well, I don't have anything here. Alright. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Why are they running around randomly? I don't know. I'm actually not sure how that one guy ran through the Bile-Titan spit and didn't die, but, you know. But anyways, I'm more of a, you know, glass half empty type. Not that I can't appreciate things, but the stuff that in the Warbonds that it's good is usually after the fact. Like, you realize, like, the Adjudicator, everyone's pissing on it, but I really liked it when it first came out. They gave it some slight tweaks and it got better. It really depends. It's kind of like what happened, like in practice, what actually turns out to be pretty good. It'll be nice to have muscles, but, you know, it's kind of funny because the thread where they announced the Warbond and, like, it's supposed to be, like, an exaggerated, like, masculine form, right? And the thread where they, we're talking, like, the Reddit thread for it, talking about the Warbond, there's, like, you know, the handshake, was it for Rocky, or was it with Arnold, right? And, like, they have bigger muscles than they do in the exaggerated characters in the fucking video game, which is hilarious. Like, real life guys have bigger muscles. But, I don't know. It really just depends. Like, I'd have to actually take a look at it again. Warbonds in general are kind of like one of those things where it's just like, you know, hey, look, it's coming out. The thing I'm really interested in is balancing changes. There's a lot of stuff in this game that's really cool that you just can't use. And I always get stuck up talking about it because there's a lot of really cool stuff in the game. Took my 0.1 kilometer. Fuck you.
No friendly fire incidents. Well done.
That was spicier. That was pretty good. Helldivers 2. Viper Commandos. I know there's a new SMG. There's some various things in it. I mentioned basically when the first Warbond came out, the second one, and they said that they're always, like, they're gonna have the same cadence of items in it, and literally said that they should, you know, be capable of splitting up what's in it. They can have a different number of primaries, sidearms, camos. People can pick what they want to buy, right? Allows them more freedom, and that's exactly what they did with this one, but we talked about that much earlier on. Because you don't always have the exact number of same things. People get stuck up on stuff because we're human. We get stuck up on numbers. There's the shotgun pistol, SMG, assault rifle. Assault rifles and SMGs kind of suck in this game. And when they're too fast firing, the game has hit registration issues, so I don't imagine it being super amazing. Patterns, so skins, which are kind of cool. Let's see here. I mean, if I was a kid, I'd be like, oh my god, there's a throwing knife, guys! Did you see the throwing knife? There's throwing knives in the game now, guys! Did you see the throwing knife? Oh my god, there's a throwing knife in the game! Oh, I can't believe there's gonna be a throwing knife! I literally can just use my jump pack, fly through the air, and miss my throwing knife and die horribly! You know, one of those things. They didn't really explain how the throwing knife works, and it could just be like it replaces your melee. My guess if they're doing it that way is it replaces your melee key, and then you can hold it to, like, throw it, like, cock it back and throw it.
Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny.
But who knows? I'm waiting and see on that.
Every sector in the galaxy must
Otherwise,
be purged of the alien
I know it's kind of
menace.
cool that they're introducing skins. Not that the skins in the game that are currently there are something I'm interested in, but it's a way of differentiating yourself. I'm sort of interested in, like, achievements or something I wish they'd add to the game too, like performance-based achievements. Not just achievements, but performance-based achievements, so you can differentiate yourself instead of just ones where you just get them because you exist. I wish they added like looking at some stuff. There's emotes that some are kind of cool, but I wish they'd actually add an emote wheel to the game. Maybe they will. But an emote wheel would actually just make emotes cool, because there's like rock, paper, scissors. You never see it, because you can only have one emote equipped, right? Despite it being actually pretty cool. Pretty neat. We're getting some spicier battles here. Let's do Crimson again. Yep.
Here's an operation.
SMG assault
Free
rifle.
This world from tyranny.
Carbine.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Yep. That's kind of the thing. In this game, they're literally just based on just like criteria you just cross.
Orbit synchronized.
Purge hatchery, scatter. So we can't take autocannon again. Oh, it's a scatter. Like, no one uses orbitals to begin with, and like almost every mission has scatter on it. Very weird. Reality, he has an HMG emplacement.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldivers.
A lot of games are that way though, where you have, like, you know, there's achievements everyone can get, or titles everyone can get, and then there's ones that are special, right? Same thing with capes, or just kind of, okay. I guess my hands want to type that in.
Deploying equipment package.
Calling down a support weapon.
Dude, this thing shoots high when you pulls, like when you first turn it around. 100% does when you fast shoot it.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
That. We need this.
A tunnel breach!
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Heavy.
Requesting air support!
Sure, I heard a stalker.
Have a taste of democracy!
Requesting fortifications. Engaging. I'll take it.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldivers.
Oh, it's a small fry.
zone. Terminate hive structure.
Oh, it's a fucking small fry. Fuck you. Oh my god. I might be dead. Don't shoot off their legs, guys. I swear they've made it easier to shoot off the legs. Unintentional, so you have to deal with that shit. Pass all, you leave the stream going. Thanks for all the tips and gameplay. Yep, do you, dude. Lurk away. A lot of people will lurk.
Reloading!
Thanks for the engaging conversations. Oh my god. Right there.
Sending in an eagle!
Located. Never mind. South.
Okay.
New mag!
Requesting advanced weaponry. Found something.
For prosperity!
Be covering the patch notes on, by the way, turn it into videos, so even if you miss the patch note discussion, it'll be on YouTube.
Dropping a pin. South, 100 meters.
Ah, my laser dog is taking a break. There's so much shit. Like, I love to use the fucking assault rifle dog, right? And it just sucks. It just sucks. It runs out of ammo in like 45 seconds, and then it's done. This sucks.
Got a sample! Reloading!
So much shit in this game. A lot of it's very cool. You just can't use it. I think we're going this way. Butt plug. But we'll see. A lot of it sometimes is weird shit that you don't even think is actually cool, or it becomes cool later on in the Warbond. Like the plasma grenade launcher that I'm using right now. Started out kind of shit, and then they buffed it, and it's kind of cool now. So, I don't know. More of a we'll see type rather than get hyped up about things.
Bug tunnel breach. I've got this one.
Got it right here. A small nest to the west, too.
Calling down a support weapon.
Mission map updated.
What do you do? Spawning already. All hive. What the fuck's going on here? I feel like these holes don't give you, like we were talking about earlier, those holes don't actually give you credit when you close them, even though they spawn enemies. They should, but they don't. Oh.
Last reload.
Tagging map. Southeast. Far.
You have ignited the torches of liberty. Extraction awaits.
Oh. I need to start earlier, by the way. I'm starting to slip back into my old ways. I used to stream at like 8 in the morning, which is absurd. I'd wake up at 3 and start streaming until like the afternoon. There's literally no one fucking watches that time of day. Absolutely no one. It's like a handful of streamers that can get away with it.
Requesting air support.
Ammo. The hive, large nest too. The coolest things for this game that I'm actually interested in aren't even like war bonds. War bonds are like just things to get you excited, but they aren't really like the meat and potatoes. Adding new tiles, different types of tiles, different interactions with the enemies, different types of enemies, buffing stuff that's already in the game that's just kind of sitting there that you just stared at for the last 3 months. And you're like, wow, this could actually be kind of cool, and then you realize it sucks dick. Ammo case right there. Here.
Sample collected.
What is there? Oh.
At 30 minutes remaining.
Rare sample acquired.
That got me one frag grenade.
Last reload.
Good. Pretty good. A lot of potential. We've talked about all different sorts of things, like longer down the world that they could do. They could even do PvP. And not talking like Destiny 2 where you run around as a Helldiver killing other Helldivers, but rather, if you ever played...
Sample collected.
If you've ever played Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, it has a very non-traditional type PvP to it, in which you play as enemies and you kind of try to stall, as bugs, or the monsters, you try to stall. Try to stall the enemies, which are much more powerful than you, the survivors. It's not necessarily even about being like 1v1, always winning sort of ordeal, as much as looking at things from a macro perspective.
Bug tunnel breach.
Oh, we're gonna have to use that in a pinch, guys.
Get some! Get some!
So you want me to shoot that guy?
Calling down a support weapon. Calling down a sentry. Marking location.
Where the fuck do you come from? Lots of smalls, guys. I don't know why there's like no big units here. File thing. A shitload of smalls, though.
Administering freedom.
Yep.
New man.
Eaglewood calling in extraction.
Ready.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Tagging map. East. 200 100 meters.
Kind of weird the big nests have no ammo at them, but I guess you can't give ammo for everything, right? The medium ones usually have ammo at them. Sometimes the small ones.
Requesting advanced
Look at all the missed things on the map. Oh my god. And they're already calling in an extraction. Wow.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Support weapon inbound. Enemy elite. Northwest, 100 meters.
Wait on that. It's bait, by the way. Yep, just pick them up. There's no reason not to. It's not like it makes you feel better when you don't pick them up. It's a to-do. It's something to just do while you're playing the game. It's an additional challenge that actually has meaning to some people that are in the game still.
New mag!
They hit him just now.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Bug tunnel breach!
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Uh-huh. That guy's kind of fucked up. I don't know what's going on there. His AI is broken.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Are you guys not going to grab this? Like,
Stand by for takeoff.
someone put those there on purpose, right? Alright. Huh.
Extraction
Okay,
complete.
well,
Pelican 1 beginning
I
ascent.
swear those were put there on purpose. Pick them up.
Liberty has seen you through.
Good. So many things, guys. I really wish turrets were viable in this game than they aren't. Even if they were invulnerable. Even if they're invulnerable, they only have so much. It's like the same situation as the mech. Even if the mech is invulnerable, it only has so much ammo and then it's dead. And you have to imagine the amount of destruction that you can cause with an Eagle airstrike, comparably to fucking mech or even an autocannon turret is basically negligible. It could be immune to damage, and it really honestly wouldn't even do that much. Like they don't do that much. They run out of ammo very fast. Crazy thing to say, but yeah, they just.
Welcome back. The Terminids you defeated will soon fuel the war effort.
In the literal sense.
Helldiver, glad to have you on board.
Mission coordinates
I
locked.
feel like we did anything. I'm sure there's a mission time somewhere.
Hellpods primed. Engaging
Those.
orbital thrusters. Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Pretty good. Oh, what is this? I don't know. I've been asleep so long. Actually, I just cloned. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, we did some Istanyu earlier tonight, but it wasn't super spicy. We could try some more.
The Terminids proliferate out of control on this planet. Get down there.
That's
and
your fault.
eradicate them.
You wanted to keep one as a pet. I know, I remember.
Initiating FTL jump to the Astanu system. FTL jump successful.
We have Blitz we will do.
Mission coordinates
Scatter.
locked.
I don't normally do the 15-minute missions because they're boring. However, Blitz can still be exhilarating and fun sometimes. Nice bugs are kind of meh. Maybe they're getting ready to ramp things down for Reddit, so Reddit can have easy mode at Diff 9. Thanks, Reddit.
Sending in an eagle.
Last night's were pretty decent. Oh, early on.
Your name. Live up to freedom.
This looks promising already.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Terminate hive structure destroyed.
Hey, bud. Just give me a second here. I gotta put on my makeup. Pretty sane. Ooh, another one? No.
Requesting air support.
Oh.
Calling down a sentry.
Stalker nest? No. Let's do
Rare
Thief.
sample acquired.
EMS.
Calling down a...
Other EMS.
Package
Deal?
acquired. Dropping package.
Bot tunnel breach.
Two EMS, not
Package
looking
dropping
good.
package. Sample collected.
Other high yield. That's a smoke. Joel's putting data pads everywhere to fucking make you click on them instead of pick up stuff that you want. No.
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
We'll have to put in at least one EMS unless we find something else. Canary.
Calling in...
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Sample collected.
We might have to put in two EMS.
Rare sample acquired.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
What? What?
Orbital inbound.
What?
Package acquired. Dropping package. Reinforcing. I got the terminal. Engaging terminal. Air support.
Bro, you fucking piece of fucking blue! Why would you do that?
Ending in an eagle.
Most dangerous thing in the game is your teammates. I'm over here.
Left. Liberty speed your step, Helldiver.
Reinforcing. Heavy. On my position.
Over here finessing the goddamn bile titan, and he's like, I'm gonna land on top of you, bro. Here, have this.
Air support.
I think I missed the counts. I didn't. Fuck.
Deploying reinforcements.
Engaging terminal.
Okay, you want to push the button right there? Alright. Let's go this way.
Sending in an eagle.
This is death. Oh, we might be dead.
Calling in orbital strike.
No, 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 no. Okay.
Objective
On tunnel breach.
North, heavy. Never mind.
I'm on it.
Requesting air support. Heavy. Northeast.
You
50
will
meters.
never destroy our way of life. Bug outpost.
I might have bounced.
Sending in an eagle.
Requesting air support.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Get some.
Missed. Ooh.
Sending in an eagle.
Oh, not sideways.
Requesting air support.
There is way too much shit there, guys. That was rocks. That was a rock in 3 hard places. Literally, with the rock right in front of us, I couldn't dive to the side to get away from him, and then into the the other one that's sitting there on the ground. Very annoying.
Calling down a support weapon.
Ready to liberate.
Requesting
The EMS just sitting there? Yeah.
Requesting advanced
Maybe
weapon.
it actually would have been fine if the EMS wasn't there. Maybe it would have been fine without the EMS there.
Sending in an eagle.
Bro, you really? Let's see if we can kind of group them up so I don't waste my 500 kgs. Stalker.
Calling in reinforcements. Heavy. Southwest. Close.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
See.
1 minute left. Destroyer preparing to leave.
I mean, maybe we should actually be doing this. Alright.
Sending in an eagle.
High explosive might kill him anyways.
Eagle 1 leaving combat zone. Calling down a support weapon.
Okay. Prompted. I think that is... napalm. Where did you come from?
Requesting air support.
Super destroyer leaving low orbit.
Got that off right at the last second. I don't know if this is actually going to do anything. That's way in the middle of nowhere. Oh, he threw it. Okay. Prompted.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Lots of kiting. No. Funky bitch is trying to shoot sideways. When you see them doing that, and they're clearly like in kind of like line of sight for you. Oh. Bro, get the fuck out of here. How are you not dead? What are you fucking talking about? Get the fuck out of here. You literally ran through the bile titan spit. Oh, okay. Dude, this fucker's still alive somehow. I don't think we're going to be able to make another round, by the way. I have no syringes, so we're more than likely dead here. That's really fucking stupid. There's too much shit there. I could have went up early, but chances are it wouldn't have mattered. Much shit here. Like, I could have went up to the side, but we couldn't have lasted up top there for 20 seconds while waiting for it to touch down. I have no fucking idea what's with that big head that literally just ran through the middle of the Bile Titan spew, did not die, and then also did not die when I shot it like half a dozen times with my plasma grenade launcher. Sometimes you get really fucking weird mutated mobs that just have absolute boatloads of HP, and that's exactly what you saw with the big head right there. It's absurd. It literally just ran through the middle of the Bile Titan spew. Walked through it, and it was fine. Very weird. We tried. There's too much shit there. Like, when you looked at the ramp, there's just too many beetles there for me to actually do anything. I was hoping by going around the side that we were going to avoid cutting stuff over the ramp, and it didn't work. Mainly because I kept getting hit by the big head. Fortunate.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Most unfortunate. Well, we actually had a failed extract tonight, guys. I should have went further to the left side instead of going around the back edge of the map with the Bile Titan. I didn't expect that other guy to die, though. And avoid kiting them over the ramp. Fucking bug holes were right on the ramp, too.
Mission coordinates locked. Helldive primed.
Good.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Scatter increase. Every mission has scatter increase. Why?
Orbit.
No one uses orbitals. Why is it always scatter increase? Laser, that doesn't increase scatter on that. There's two people with 380s. Yes. There's your scatter increase, guys. 380s suck in general anyways, because you usually don't even kill when you're trying to throw shit on. Follow the TikTok, by the way, guys. Only thing that'll ever be on my TikTok. Oh, okay. Well, if and when I can stream through the TikToks is my stream. No kitten videos, no debate stuff. Do you, dude? Yeah. On position.
Tunnel breach!
Go complete the mission.
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
Not sure about extracting, but we can still complete the mission.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Think it was reverse?
I'm on it. Thank you. Affirmative.
There it is. Oh, what the fuck is this? Right.
Grenade!
Asshole. Wanted that guy's kit.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Oh, we aren't gonna be able to. Like, the upload takes like a minute, and then you have to clear it. That sucks. I don't think we can actually finish
How
this.
about
There's
a
just.
nice cup of liver tea?
Even if we had access to the console. Maybe. No, we can't finish it. Well, maybe. Well, yeah, I did want something more difficult, so there's that. I don't want to kite it back over the top of the console.
I got the terminal.
Oh, we're dead, but, you know. I mean, we did. No, I don't even know if we had enough time to actually fuck up on that either. So, TikTok's banned in your country? Yeah, probably banned in the U.S. by the time we actually get a chance to stream to it. So, yeah, I don't think we're making this K1.
Sometimes the price of victory is the blood of heroes.
Nice. TikTok is generally what would it be? Attention span based platform where you just scroll through videos mindlessly. You can shut off your mind while you're doing it. But there's streaming on it now, so there's a lot of people that watch TikTok. I hope I can eventually be able to stream to TikTok. Not because I don't even watch TikToks, by the way. A lot of engagement. And assholes, too. Gives you more people to ban, so, you know. We literally dropped in overtime, guys. Someone even quit. If that guy didn't quit, we might not have even been able to do that. Oh, look, he's gonna give me a handshake? Yeah. Spicy overtime. Oh, he's speechless. He's speechless. He doesn't know what to write, guys. Oh. Oops, what the fuck is that? Is that... What the kids say? Is that something the kids say nowadays? Yeah. TikTok is, it's probably, I don't know, is it better than, no, YouTube is totally king in terms of engagement. It's up there, though. And the thing about TikTok is a lot of it's mindless scrolling, so people just, it's not like finding something to watch as much as just going to the next thing. Which is good if you need engagement, because, you know, people don't know they want to watch you till they watch you. And then realize how amazing you are at sudden death overtime and literally saving the day for that one guy. We got a lot of, I think it was a lot of down arrows on that one. It worked out for us.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Right. Geological survey. Can't take an autocannon, even though it's going to make us look bad. But, you know.
Orbit synchronized.
Gotta make things spicier. Other 380 user. I don't know why there's so many popping up.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldive.
Ah, the butt plug.
Rare sample acquired.
8 minutes in.
Requesting objective equipment.
They're down. 5 people, I think. Down south. Looks like this is...
Clear the area.
One thing the autocannon really excels at is killing objectives from across the map, though. Down.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. Heavy on my position.
Using a knight? Very rare. Mainly because the knight sucks dick.
Bomb tunnel breach. Request
Reinforcing!
orbital inbound.
Knight has problems with hit registration.
Calling in reinforcements.
Dead. All dead.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Let's go south. And the poor guy. Drift him. Ocular. We're gonna assume they can take care of that, right?
Requesting orbital.
Like 2 groups of hunters here. This might get bad. Guys, yeah, we're gonna... Just 1 second here. There.
Requesting orbital!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
And Joel trolls me at the end. Of course he does.
Allied destroyer has left the squadron.
Bomb tunnel breach.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Freedom marches onward.
Let's go
Thanks to
south.
You may proceed to extraction.
Yeah, way up there.
Reinforcing.
Okay.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Bug outpost spotted!
Almost cleared this. Then they died horribly.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
You got the tower up too? This must have been the guy that quit. Or DC'd. Generator user.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Ah, 180?
I'm on it.
Yep.
Engaging terminal.
Mission map updated.
Right.
Tunnel breach.
On the south of the pad. I don't know if, based on what it sounds like from A1, I don't know if we can actually, like if I do the side one, it looks like he's not going to be able to finish the top one. North, there's a patrol behind me.
Allied destroyer joining squadron.
Joink.
Deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Reinforcing.
Yeah, I hate those things too.
New mag.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Alright, let's go north and finish the bug hole up here.
Dropping a pin. North, far.
Ooh, okay, alright, Orange. Thanks for notifying me there's a bug hole up there. I couldn't use my map to see it.
Southeast, 50 meters.
Requesting orbital strike.
Yeah.
Bugs,
Doo.
northeast.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-ba-doo.
Reloading. Orbital inbound.
Doo-doo. Oh.
Mag's empty. Bug tunnel breach.
Bit out.
Requesting air support.
Oh my god, you bitch.
Freedom forever.
Get down, Mr. President! I mean, it's still pretty good.
Rare sample acquired. You will never destroy our way of life.
Here, you little one. Yep. Bunch of shit around behind us. We're gonna go make a loop.
Requesting air support.
Extraction is available.
Bunch of shit on the other side of the ridge right there.
New mag.
Oh, let's see. What? A1 wanted their gear? Maybe they thought I needed help. I don't know which it is. Unlike the Quasar, you can't really help with the autocannon from long range with bugs.
Heavy, west, 50 meters.
That's a mini nuke.
Heavy, west, 50 meters.
Tagging map. South, 300 meters.
Yup. Glad to know, A1, you're telling us where to go. Well, you're basically the last one to follow. You know.
Calling in reinforcements. Calling in extraction.
Extraction request
Right there.
Sending in an eagle.
Good angle, hopefully.
Comes the cavalry.
Have a taste of democracy. For prosperity.
Get some armpit shots. Good.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah.
Northeast, on my position.
Like, he literally, I know he's like, oh, he's gonna go walk into my final fire! Like, he's literally waiting for that to happen, but you don't need to hold down the button. The only reason I ran up there is to get a good spot on a stratagem.
Joining the fray. Sending in an eagle.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Here comes the cavalry.
This is a railgun.
Rear sample selected.
Joel barrels?
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Or Joel barrels. They're not there for the enemies, guys. Those are there to kill you.
Democracy. Got a sample. Requesting orbital.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 30 seconds.
Well, this started out spicy, and then it just went, nah. It went, woo!
T-minus 20 seconds.
Here's a 380 that's too close to us.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Requesting air support.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Another map with a lot of small units in it.
Watch where you're standing.
Bunch of hunters and beetles. Hunters and beetles are not much of a challenge. Oh. Doesn't really even matter how many of them there are.
1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20
Marking
seconds.
extraction point.
There's like pent up anger going on here, guys. Doesn't really matter how many of them there are. Unless they do something like, we're talking like epic numbers of them. And there's no way they can do that.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1.
It's too easy to kill them.
Another victory for the right side of history.
The right side of history. Of course. Right. GG, guys. Okay. I think we're to call things here, guys. Unfortunately, it started too late. That's just the way it goes. I need to get on earlier. I need to stop pushing my stream schedule back and then getting stuck in, like, rotating my sleep schedule and getting stuck in, like, morning hours. I don't want to be there again. I don't want to. Every time it happens, I don't want to. Start earlier in the evening. I don't want it. I'm the only one without body paint because he couldn't stop firing his incendiary shotgun because he's like, well, he's walking in front of my line of fire. Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. We can never have too many heroes fighting for peace.
All with incendiary breakers.
Mission accomplished, Helldiver. One small step for democracy. One giant leap in the death count of our enemies.
Huh? Okay. We're going to call things and conclude things here for this evening, guys. Tonight will probably be more of the Helldivers 2. We're just going to power through till the War Bond. We will be covering the patch notes extensively as we usually do. Not extensive testing or anything like that, but we'll be covering them extensively. Talking about all the changes, all the do's, the doodly-doos, whether or not they matter or not, the thingamabobs. We'll put it up on YouTube, too, in case you guys miss it. As with every patch notes that I cover, major patch notes I cover. Yeah, should be fun. Looking forward to it. Arrowhead tends not to disappoint from patch note standpoint, so we'll see. Maybe it'll just be bug fixes, and Joel will giggle, but we'll see. Anyways, if you are new to the stream, you enjoyed the bullshit, enjoyed the fun, make sure to follow button on your select platform. I stream to Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well as Trovo every day from late night to early morning, GMT -6, so late night North America time. I usually stream for about 5 to 6 hours, give or take. It depends on my life, what's happening, etc., guys. The usual, I need to get on earlier. Things are slipping, but business as usual, taking the lead on that. But alrighty, guys, I'm out here for this evening. Thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Monday night and Tuesday, sorta, early morning. Have a good day, guys.